stream chat and let's post everywhere. We are in fact going live. Oh, it's trying. Oh, we're up on YouTube. Okay. We're almost up on Twitch. Oh, we're up on Twitch too. I'll move my mic in closer. Hello, hello, hello. Move my mic in. That's going to there, so that should be good. No drop frame, kilobytes per second are pretty good. Alright, turn that off, turn this off. No reason to have any of these things open. Hello, hello, hello. Anybody? No, hold up. Let me send this tweet out. There we go. Oh no, not memes. Alright. I don't think we're dropping anything. I think we're doing okay. We're recording. Yep, we're doing 10% of our CPU. That's awesome. My face is turning orange a little bit. That's weird. It's like whatever. When I'm looking at the camera, it like rapidly changes. That's funny. Anyway. Let me check Twitch, see if anybody's actually watching yet. I mean, I'm gonna play either way, but you know. Alright, so I wanted to play some more of this, kind of like I say OG Rally Inner Fire, where it has the kind of really solid package that this deck used to employ throughout Standard of Acolyte of Pain, Wild Pyromancer, Northshire Cleric, Circle of Healing, and a deck that tries to combo kill with Inner Fire and Divine Spirit. Where are we at? There it is, right there, the other golden card in the deck. So I felt like this deck was kind of strong, because it drew a lot of cards, and I played a lot of really close matchups where I was like one card away from being able to win the game, you know, or I was like one Divine Spirit away, or it was pretty close. So the deck felt a lot more competitive than I thought. Last time I played it, it felt a little bit clunky with how many cards you drew, you know, like between Raised Dead picking up 2 creatures, Northshire Cleric, Acolyte of Pain, and then being able to rally Acolyte of Pain and Northshire Cleric, I felt myself burning cards. Like, my hand just being full and just burning cards off the top of my deck. I even lost games where I, like, needed to draw Inner Fire, and my opponent killed my Acolyte of Pain, and I overdrew 2 Inner Fires. So, I felt like there's a little bit, maybe too much card draw in the deck. So I wanted to try maybe only 1 Acolyte of Pain instead of 2, and then also try maybe only 1 Raised Dead. And something else to try for those slots, I'm going to try a Cabal Talon Priest to keep me at a reasonable number of 3-drops for Rally. It doesn't, you don't get the Battle Cry when you get it back with Rally, but I think it's still a fine unit, and getting back a 3/4 isn't the worst off of Rally. And then also trimming on a Raised Dead. Something that I kind of wanted to go towards was potentially a silence effect. Either just complete silence, or, you know, Mass Dispel feels kind of clunky. The Nameless one, I think, is pretty interesting. I want to try it out for some memes, you know. It's a little bit slower and clunkier. It's not as fast as Silence, and you can't find it off of Shadow Visions, so it may be, like, completely pointless to play this card. But I think it's pretty interesting at being able to remove people's taunts and also being able to copy that unit for only 4 mana. It could just be clunky, you know, this card isn't amazing in Standard, and I definitely thought it was going to be really good. So I want to give it a try here in Wild and see if it might fit into this type of a shell that's looking for a little bit of silence, and a card that gives you silence with, you know, automatic board presence by copying something like a Void Lord, or just any creature that has a lot of value built in. Seems like a reasonable tool to try in this deck, so we're gonna try that. We honestly might be looking at a Mass Dispel. Big Priest has kind of been running rampant lately for reasons unknown. It's a pretty good deck, and it's relatively easy to play compared to like the other Priest decks, like Reno Priest. So I think that kind of is why. And that's a deck where they summon a giant board of taunts, and it's really hard to get through with this version of the deck that doesn't have any Wave of Apathy, Potion of Madness shenanigans going on. So we might be looking at main decking Mass Dispel, because that's a card that can just like win us the game on the spot. They summon a giant board of taunts, we go Mass Dispel, and then Divine Spirit, Inner Fire, and we just win the game through their taunts, right, through their defensive measures. So we'll keep that in mind, see if we play a bunch of Big Priests, might try that out over the Nameless one, or in combination with. So yeah, enough said about the deck, let's hop into some games. We still... Oh no, I dropped from some frames. Oh no. I dropped 94 frames. Hope that wasn't bad. Well, I'm loading in here. Let me check my stream on YouTube. Is it still coming through okay? Oh god, I look white as fuck. It's because I'm leaned back. When I'm leaned up, I don't. When I'm leaned back, I am white. That's funny. Let me see what it looks like on Twitch.
I will fight with honor.
Noon give me strength.
That's pretty good. Looks okay. Must have just been a little bit of an issue at first. Alright. This is likely going to be something like Odd Paladin. That's definitely the most popular Paladin deck. So, oh, don't want to bounce that. So, Wild Pyro is pretty good, and Circle of Healing triggers the Wild Pyro, and also kind of works with Northshire Cleric, so I think this is just honestly a full keep. If they're not an Odd Paladin, it might be a little bit awkward, but I think with Odd Paladin being most likely archetype for them, this is a hand that definitely has some tools that could help it win. Alright, well, we see it's not Odd Paladin, so there's a chance they could be trying to get it on some Anyfin Paladin before it is effectively banned with the change of Bluegill Warrior. It could be on like Pure Paladin or Libram Paladin.
Don't keep your thoughts to yourself.
Alright, all we know is they're on First Aid School, which I think all those decks play First Aid School. Although the Anyfin Paladin I might not play First Aid School, because I have seen versions recently that use the High Abbess Allura kind of like combo that Standard implements for Tip the Scales, so it might not be on that kind of thing at all. I don't think I need to Power Word Feast this. It's a pretty good card draw effect, but I think I really want to pair this with Wild Pyro to wipe the board, because even though it's not on Paladin, they're almost certainly on a mostly creature-based matchup, so I think I'm okay just getting my trade and drawing my card here. Also, Powered Feast paired with Crab Rider on 4 is a really good, like, sort of combo to help you fight back for board. Yeah, okay, so they're on Red Scale Dragon Tamer, so they're likely on, this is probably drawing Nozdormu. So I'm going to try and set themselves to 10 with that. Okay. I think... Let's see, do I want to cycle this for 2? Or do I really need to keep it for the Wild Pyro? That's kind of interesting. I think maybe this plus the Wild Pyro and potentially something off of Shadow Visions is enough. So I think I'm okay cycling this. To draw 3 here, actually, yeah. A draw 3 here feels pretty good, I think. Another Wild Pyro, wow, that's awesome. Yeah, this is a matchup where them setting us to 10 mana is kind of, I think, scary for them, really. Because it puts them in a situation where they give us a lot of mana to work with for our combo. Oh wow, the Copy Ninja told me. Like, it's a little bit annoying. Oh, a Warbot, interesting. Let's see, we got Cabal Talon Priest. I think I'm gonna go with that line that I mentioned earlier, where I play a Crab Rider and I Power Word Feast it. I mean, they can kill the Red Scale Dragon Tamer if they really want to, anyway. So I think I'm just gonna let them kill it here and get in for my 4 here. Is there a reason to deal damage to kill this over this? There's a reason not to kill this over this. That's pretty close. Yeah, I'll just go there and I'll go face. This will draw a card off the Northshire Cleric because Powered Feast is very good. And we haven't drawn Inner Fire or Divine Spirit, but we do have a Shadow Visions, and we have Crab Rider with Wind Fury. So why this card is so busted in this deck, or feels like there's something there for it, is with just like a Powered Feast, whatever, making it 6 health, with just a Divine Spirit and an Inner Fire, that's already makes it a 12/12 with Wind Fury, which is 24 damage, which is almost your opponent's whole starting life total. Like, if we had that, we could almost win the game right here. So it's pretty interesting. Interesting that they went with this. I think I'm going to go with another Power Word Feast here. And then just get my heals on this and then ditch the Northshire Clerics. It's a really small minion. We have a lot of cards already. I think I'm okay with that. Yeah, I think I'm okay with that.
Right away.
Then send another 5 face. And this will heal up to 8. And now if this Shadow Visions finds a Divine Spirit, our opponent plays no taunt, or they play a taunt that this can get past, we can just win the game right here. Can they go into a Twilight Whelp? Into Hero Power? What could they have for 2 mana that really matters here? Yeah, I don't think they do have one. They seem like they're on some kind of combo deck. Yeah, they just concede because they know they're not coming back, I think. I think they realize they're too far behind. They know what deck I'm on. Yeah. Okay, I felt pretty good. I'll get some more games here. Let's see. Oh no, I turned super white again. I've got to find a way to make that work differently. I must need to get softer bulbs. Anyway. Alright, playing against Mage. Seeker Mage can be rough, for sure. Mostly because of just the deck being able to interact on our turn makes it pretty awkward because we have minions that we really want to resolve and not die to explosive runes, and we have spells that we want to not get counterspelled. So it can lead to some awkward situations. I think double Northshire Cleric is unnecessary. Just one, I think, is plenty. Ideally, want to find other 2 and 3 drops. I think World Pyromancer was not that great in the opener. We didn't have Circle Healing to pair with Northshire Cleric with it, and we also are not likely to be against a deck where it is like an auto and slam dunk like it is against Odd Paladin. There is a chance that if we're not on double Acolyte of Pain, that Wild Pyromancer might be just kind of clunky and awkward by itself. So, we'll see how it feels. It's an interesting card that has at times seen play in Wild, but doesn't just kind of like de facto see play.
Is someone injured?
So, yeah, it could be interesting. And Powered Feast into, like Northshire on 1 to Powered Feast on 2 is such a strong line of play. Like, it just, anything they play on 1, you can make this big enough to trade into. Okay, they played nothing. Interesting. With that being the case, I'm just going to go ahead and rip a Shadow Visions. Not sure what I'm looking for here. I don't think I need other Shadow Visions. I think I'll just take another Powered Feast, honestly. Most Mage decks don't have ways to interact without dealing damage. So if I can make a unit large enough, like against Secret Mage, they kind of just lose.
Right away.
So I'll go ahead and take a second Powered Feast because of that. Apotheosis was also a potential take, but we already have 1 giving lifesteal, so we don't need double lifesteal. Doesn't really achieve anything for us.
I'll show them.
Okay, opponent goes in with a Mad Scientist here, and yeah, we're just gonna go in.
Right away.
With a Powered Feast, trade that, heal this up to a 3/5, make it hard to kill, draw a card, just all the good things. Interesting to see what they decide to go in with here. See, if they go with a Kirin Tor Mage, we attack it. Oh no, they're going with a with an Occult Conjurer. Yeah, that one's rough. That's rough for sure. Let's see if Deck Tracker will show up. Deck Tracker currently isn't working. Let's see if I can get that going. Yeah, this is a really rough one. We can Apotheosis, but that isn't really ideal. We could Circle Healing to test for Counterspell, which we might just have to do, but the problem is that like just playing Circle of Healing does nothing if it resolves, which is kind of awkward. Especially when we have double Wild Pyro in hand that are kind of like ready to do something. Could go Wild Pyro, Powered Feast, and then maybe a Circle of Healing, or Wild Pyro, Circle of Healing, Powered Feast. Which will only deal a total of 2, so it's kind of awkward. Now, let me see what is up with the Deck Tracker. Oh, there we go, it's up. Let's see if I can make it show up on screen. It's working. It's the wrong deck, but it's working. Yeah, this is a really awkward position. I'm gonna try for an Apotheosis. This gets counterspelled. It's pretty dire straits. Alright, that allows us to trade in there, and then allows us to play a Circle of Healing, healing this up. Draws us a card and makes this trade a lot harder. Now they have to have, like a Fireball, for example, and then if they're going to the turn 5 with nothing in play, then I think we're mostly okay with that. Why don't you like me, Deck Tracker? That should be... Yep, that works okay. They played another secret. Interesting. I mean, all things considered, that's a pretty chill turn for them. Let's see, we have Powered Feast, Apotheosis and Inner Fire. We can play this, and then it's 2-1-0. So we could go for Apotheosis, Powered Feast, and then Inner Fire, which is, what's that? 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Makes us a 13-13. Well, we know one of these is not Counterspell. So let's see what we can test for with this. Okay, this does get triggered by explosive runes. Sure, that's okay. I think it's worth going in with a Power Word Feast here. And then trading this off. And then full healing back up. We gain a full 7, and then it's going to put this back up to 10, which is going to draw us cards. Oh, it was a rigged fair game. If they don't have a counterspell that they can play out this turn, we're likely going to be in a situation where Apotheosis Inner Fire, just Inner Fire of itself. Like, we have a 7-10 healer in play against Secret Mage. Realistically, what do they have to answer this, right? And the answer is not that much, right? It's going to take a multiple of cards, and it's going to take more than they can probably do on, like, turn 5. Summoning some free 5/5s to trade in is definitely something they can do. So that's awkward for sure. Let's see. We'll play Shadow Visions. Do we want to play Shadow Visions? Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah. Shadow Visions could get counterspelled. But, so, we can either get Apotheosis counterspelled, or we can get Shadow Visions counterspelled. And Apotheosis being counterspelled sucks, because it's a guaranteed buff. Whereas if this gets countered, it doesn't matter in terms of that. But this is... How likely is this to find us Divine Spirit? And so we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We have 6 things, so this is like a 50... No, it's not 50-50. It's some number like that, yeah. To find us Divine Spirit. So that's... I think with that... what are the chances of winning, though? I think we have to risk this with Divine Spirit. Just think about something. Maybe you could talk over your shorts or include your reaction, since people don't really get an idea about who you are if they watch one of your shorts. Yeah, I definitely... Oh, there's a Divine Spirit. It just resolved. That's cool. Alright, let's do that. Let me finish attacking this opponent, and then... I'll touch on that. Alright, and there's a 2020 Northshire Cleric. Pog. Yeah. Yeah, I was thinking about doing that. I tried that a little bit with the Prime Gaming one that I did. Talking like about the deck and how to win with it and stuff, and the lines of play, and it did a good amount. Like, it only got like a couple hundred views, whereas the ones where it was just like gameplay and sound.
I wonder.
Hey. Yeah, sorry. So Elias, the ones that got gameplay and sound were oh wow, they actually have the fireball here, so they can trade and kill my 2020. That's pretty nuts, but that's them behind. They basically took their entire board. But, yeah, so, it just didn't do as well as the ones that was just, like, gameplay and background music. I definitely want to try it again, but it also, like, requires a little bit more time, so I don't want to write that idea off completely, with just, like, one video that did not perform as well. But it also does take more time to do. But, yeah, I definitely will try and return to that again. Probably try and it also just depends on like what's worth talking about, you know, because I think some of them, like if it's like Kingsbane Rogue or whatever, it's not really necessary to talk over it. But with like the new set coming out and there being new and interesting cards, that's a scenario where it's like talking over is like worth more. Or maybe like with Reno Hunter, I should have talked over it because it was playing a lot of interesting different cards. You know, there's a plethora of things to try for sure. Anyway, back to this game where my opponent removed my 2020, making me a really sad Hearthstone player. Let's see. We test explosive runes. It does get hit. Go Injured Blade Master into heal it. Which is kind of awkward, but then they have to trade here and kill it. We might just... I mean, we're probably going to need a rally to get back in this game. Realistically speaking, our Secret Mage opponent being able to kill a 2020 was definitely not something that we were planning to play around. Yeah, we probably just lost this game. That's okay. Yeah. That's a problem this deck has, is it's once you lose the board, it is pretty difficult to come back for sure. We can only really deal 1 with this, which is pretty awkward, but with Apotheosis we can gain a lot of life. Oop, we almost just played it there. So I'm going to play this out. No explosive runes. Apotheosis it. Which does gain us 7. If we had another spell here, it could be kind of close, I think. Let's see, we can kill Crab Rider, and we can kill this, and then we can also kill this. So we're at 20, and we killed those, and this has lifesteal, so if they have to attack into it, which they probably will, they're going to take some damage, so... That's, we could maybe be coming back here. It's not likely. This deck is kind of... It's What's interesting about it is, although it has Divine Spirit Interfire and it feels like a combo deck, really the main function of the deck is to control the board and be like a creature board control deck. And the problem with that is that if you lose the board, it's really, really hard. And other decks, like Secret Mage, with their secrets triggering and minions that kill other minions when they play them, is they're really good at gaining back the board, you know? Whereas our deck struggles, you know, you look at cards like Rally can definitely help you get back the board, and it help a little bit, and cards like Wild Pyro wiping the board can help, but it's still a little bit awkward, not super easy. Oh wow, Jungle Moonkin says both players have +2 spell damage. I didn't even know that happened. I didn't know that's what that card said. Hopefully that isn't explosive runes. Maybe we should have played this first, but this is fine. They have three counter spells. The issue is the most likely things for those to be are Counterspell, Flame Ward, and Rigged Fair Game. And so beating that is going to be pretty hard. I'm actually just going to heal their minion because it still triggers my Northshire Cleric drawing me a card. We really need to draw into a Rally and some other cards to get back into this game. It's probably not a Rigged Fair Game. Okay. So we're likely looking at Flame Ward, potentially another Netherwind Portal, and that Counterspell, yeah. We're still get to trade Northshire, which is fine. I mean, it's not really fine that way, it's good, but it just kind of has to happen. Huh, let's see, that's 6. They didn't play a card. 2 is not enough to wipe this board, so I think I'm just going to heal my face and pass. Again, ideally looking for that Rally, but... Okay, that's pretty rough. So we're likely, yeah, we're going to need the Rally or a Raise Dead to kind of claw back into this game. Injured Blade Master does not do what we want it to do. And that gets counterspelled. Yep, yeah, so we don't even deal 2. Yep, alright, that's the game. Let's go to the next one.
It is finished.
That was a pretty nuts game, attacking with the 2020 Northshire Cleric and our opponent being able to remove it. And it's also kind of hilarious that I talked up how good making one giant creature is against Secret Mage, and then our opponent was able to answer it. Gotta love the irony of that. Yeah, it's not like a surefire way or anything, but generally speaking, it is pretty good. Well, let me move this around a little bit. No, it doesn't want to move around. Yeah, there we go. Move that around a little bit.
Versus Jaina.
You asked for it.
The moon give me strength.
I'm playing against Mage here. Another Mage deck. We're gonna do similar things. Mulligan these 3, keep an Northshire. Best turn 1 play in the deck. Honestly, another real issue that this deck has is powerful turn 1 plays, because, you know, it ties in with its struggle to keep control of the board. Not having a plethora of strong 1-drops makes it hard to keep control of the board, for sure. There's that new 1-drop. I think it's like a 1/2 for 1. That's coming to the core set, where it's like, if I think it's like whenever a character is healed, it gains +2/+0. So that with Wild Pyro and Circle of Healing could just be an OTK of its own, which is kind of nuts. So it could give a whole separate like combo finish spin or combo finish option to this archetype, which could definitely help. How much do you play Standard and how much Wild? I pretty much only play Wild. Exceptions being, like, it just depends on, like, if there's a deck that I really enjoy playing, you know, I'll pick up Standard. But generally speaking, like, I load up Hearthstone, I play Wild almost every single day. But I only play Standard if there's something that I find really enjoyable. So, for example, like right now, the Prime Gaming deck that Brian Kibler made, and also Reno Druid in Standard are decks that I enjoy a lot. So I play Standard every couple of days for a little bit, probably, to play both those decks because I enjoy them. But it's not uncommon for me to go like 2 months without touching Standard because I just don't really like any of the decks that are good. Whereas I pretty much always play Wild unless there's some really ridiculous things going on.
Right away. Right away.
I'm not sure if I want to go into the 2/3 here because it just gives them an attack and ping. Then after doing that, then we can trade this and heal. So I think I'm kind of okay with that actually. And just send this face instead of preemptively attacking here. We can also maybe go into a Cabal Talon Priest. Although ideally, the only 3 creatures that we will have died is the injured Blade Master, injured Tol'Vir, and Northstrider Cleric. Not killing that though is pretty interesting. I'm not sure what that means. We could just heal this. What's the best way to make sure both of our creatures can't be hero-powered? To take away their hero power's ability to interact with the board. If we heal here and we attack with it, then they can still ping here. If we play an injured and trade, then, well, one of our units down. We want to keep both units in play as long as possible. Similarly, if we play injured and attack in here, then they can hero power down either of our units. So, I think that means that our line of play is Cabal Talon Priest on injured Tol'Vir, making it 4. Explosive runes, sure. Attack in here, and then attack face with this. And this means that they can't kill either of our units with hero power, which further helps our plan of controlling the board, which is, again, what this deck is all about. Okay, so they have an Arcane Flak Mage into an Ancient Mysteries. So that's pretty nuts. Puts us in a kind of awkward position. Let's see, what's the best thing to do? We're not quite at Rally yet, that's for sure. We could look at healing this. We could also look at playing Crab Rider and trading it off into the Arcane Flak Mage. This is definitely, we can't leave this up in cast Rally. So I think we have to remove that this turn, which then means that we have to Crab Rider. If it is Explosive Runes, then we're going to be in a kind of awkward position. Okay, it's not. So we're going to trade in there. Yeah, I'll heal this up, trade in here. It does kill it, but that's kind of okay. I'll attack face to play around Rigged Fair Game. It does suck if it's Flame Ward, but having a Rigged Fair Game resolve is just too much right now. And hopefully, without Secret in play, they can't Occult Conjurer. So hopefully they will not be able to get on the board that much. Yeah, if they go Secret into Hero Power, we can coin to check for Counterspell and then resolve a Rally. Kind of like, again, having the board under our control. So let's check for that. Okay, it's none of that. But, yeah, so let's Rally. Let's see which 2-drop we get back. Okay, we did get the Injured Tol'Vir. Okay, we'll go into a Shadow Visions. Interesting. Wild Pyro plus Circle of Healing does draw a lot of cards with Northstrider Cleric. The issue, though, is if they play a Medivh's Valet and kill our Northstrider Cleric, then our Wild Pyro Circle of Healing kind of does nothing. So I think what I most likely want to get back is Rally. Or most likely want to have an extra copy of in hand is Rally. Wow, they go with Alaneth. That's pretty interesting. You don't see that much. Alright, that could be a second Rigged Fair Game. Second Rigged Fair Game was more popular whenever Alaneth was around. So I think I want to play this looking for ideally a Powered Feast, because Powered Feast is a way to protect the Northstrider Cleric and heal and draw cards. That is a Divine Spirit, however, which Divine Spirit plus Inner Fire on this makes it a 12/12. And they'll be completely out of play. Yeah, I think that's good enough to go in on. I think that that's good enough to go in on. Alright, hopefully now we'll show how having one giant unit allows you to win the game against Secret Mage. They're not even at double Fireball mana, so that's not an option for them. They're main decking Polymorph Boar. We just can't win today. I don't know what else to tell you. We just cannot win today. They have double Medivh's Valet main deck Polymorph Boar. I don't know the last time somebody main decked Polymorph Boar and was taking themselves seriously. Oh goodness, my opponents are hellbent on making me sound like I don't know what I'm talking about when I talk about decks like this. It's a damn shame. So we know that's not Flame Ward, we know it's not Counterspell, so we probably should just go in with a Rally here, right? Yeah, I like that. Help fight back for the board. They got back the Polymorph Board, that's hilarious. Yeah, I mean, I'll attack that, heal that, and so we have another Divine Spirit Inner Fire that we can use next turn, likely on this this X6 to attack for lethal. We know it's not Flame Ward. It could be Explosive Runes or Ice Block. Most likely Explosive Runes because that's a guarantee. Let's attack here. Your shorts are performing quite differently from each other, aren't they? Not necessarily. The one where I was talking a lot did perform not as good. But, oh wow, that's a really nuts line of play for them to have. God, again, we were so close. And now we're probably just lost the game because they removed 2 creatures and summoned a 0-mana 5/5. Not necessarily. The only short that performs badly, I would say, in comparison, is one that didn't even get on the short shelf. I think that might have been because I had this weird thing where whenever I upload a video versus whenever it's uploaded, it shows it being a second longer, and shorts have to be a specific amount of time, or they don't get put on the short shelf. So I think maybe because it was 1 second less than it needed to be, it showed as being too much time. But they all have been getting, I mean, roughly around the same number of views, at least in terms of uptrend. The only one that kind of bucked that curve that was actually on the short shelf was the one where I talked about it, you know? But it just kind of depends, because I don't really value like something having like 900 views, just 1500 views, really performing super differently if they're both like, you know, relatively speaking on an uptrend of viewership. But those are pretty close numbers, all things considered. Our opponent is wrecking our life. We're gonna play an Injured Tolvir. We're gonna hope it doesn't get Explosive Runes, and if it doesn't, we're gonna heal it. They Mirror Entity. They have a taunt. Neat. Alright. Let's see what we can get here. Divine Spirit. We can't use Divine Spirit, Inner Fire. We should have traded that off, yeah. We would probably just lose this game. We could have gone... Let's see, we could have gone here for Divine Spirit, Inner Fire, to potentially swing for lethal if this isn't Ice Block, which it almost certainly is. So I don't think it would have mattered if we would have been able to attack there. But yeah, I got too into talking about shorts there for a minute and kind of punted the game a little bit, but that's okay. Our lives don't change because we lost one ladder game. Yeah, and our opponent had a Cloud Prince, so they likely would be able to stabilize. Yep, yeah, that's kind of rough, but it is what it is. With Ice Block up for sure, yeah. Let's see. We might still be in business here. Gosh, we only have 5 mana. I think only having 5 mana is what screws us here. Oh, also they have Counterspell. Yeah, they have 3 up, so they didn't have Ice Block. So we could have won that last turn, yeah. That happens. Yeah, because we go... Yep, yeah. Here we don't have enough mana. I was potentially looking at Powered Feasting this to dealing 3 damage, and then doubling this twice with the damage in between would still make it, I believe, 12, which would have gone face for lethal. But it is what it is.
It is finished.
We obviously can't file that as a win because we didn't win because we timed out because we were talking about it, but assuming our opponent doesn't have a main deck polymorph board, then our 12-12 we made on turn 5 would win. And then assuming that we played at a reasonable pace that turn to actually play out the cards, we had lethal in hand. So that game was like wild for a couple different reasons. But I think still well showed the power level of the deck and what you can do. Pretty interesting though, for sure. Yeah, let's play some more. I like this deck a lot. I really like Inner Fire Priest. I like the type of strategy of like a mid-rangey fight for board type deck that also has the ability to just combo kill out of nowhere, assuming you don't rope out and your opponent doesn't play polymorph board. Alright. Let's forget about let's get into this next game. Let's see if we can play against not Mage. We can play against Rogue. Interesting. This is interesting. I haven't played against
Alone give me strength.
much Kingsbane Rogue with this. I know Odd Rogue is a really tough matchup because Odd Rogue is kind of the king of fighting for board with their 2-mana 2/2 weapon hero power. Excuse me. So it's a little bit awkward. The only thing that would be better than this Apotheosis is a Powered Feast, so I'm actually going to keep it. This is our best turn 1 play. This is pretty much usually our best turn 2 play. And then buffing the turn after, you know, Powered Feast would automatically heal the Crab Rider, drawing a card off Northshire, but also getting lifesteal is fine, you know. Love including Eater of Secrets in my deck. It is the most satisfying feeling to remove a bunch of secrets. Yeah, it's a wild one. I know I played a bunch of Eater of Secrets and Kazan Mystic in the when I was playing in the Team Hearth Legends Wild series, because that's a conquest style tournament, or like format. It's like a league format where you know what people are playing. Wow, turn 1 Swashbuckler into a Vendetta. That's pretty nuts. But yeah, you don't know what your opponents are playing. Deck lists are open, so once you start playing, you know. But usually people bring the best deck for each class. You know, you have 4 classes, so in Wild, the most common lineup by far is Secret Mage, Reno Priest, Dark Glare, and then X. And in overtime, people started replacing Dark Glare with either Kingsbane Rogue or Bomb Warrior or like Reno Lock, you know, and then going with one of those other options as well. So you could find a lot of success with heavy teching for decks like Reno Priest and Secret Mage, and that's how I found a lot of the success that I had in that format. Powered Feast is the safest card, so I think I do want to go with that. Yeah. Because it could be a 3/3 if we played Apotheosis, but this gives it to 6 health, which means that a single Eviscerate doesn't kill it, a single Vendetta doesn't kill it. The downside is this can hit by Backstab, but I'm pretty sure all Wild decks don't play that. However, our opponent's playing Swashbuckler and Blink Fox, which means they're probably playing a Spectral Cutlass deck, which there isn't really a well-defined Spectral Cutlass list currently, so that's kind of up in the air what they could be on. They could be on Saps, so playing this Apotheosis is kind of scary. That being said, do we really feel like we're winning this game if we're just sitting around waiting for Inner Fire, or do we think we can win this game fast enough if we play on Apotheosis? I'm going to say most of the removal is not sap, it's damage based, so I'm going to say this is worth it. If it comes back to bite us, that is a possibility, but if it does die, we can rally it back. Okay, yeah, they go with a Henchland Burglar. Yeah, we're totally okay with that. That's fine. Yeah, they just concede. Yeah, they can't. Yeah, and so that's kind of the strength of it. Is sometimes you just create a giant unit, and your opponent can't remove it, and they concede. I've played many games against Secret Mage like that, believe it or not, where it's like I just created like a 5/7 or something with lifelink before turn 4, and if the opponent doesn't have, you know, the Nutter Butter's Hand or Polymorphs like our recent opponents have had, they just can't win the game and they concede. That's not how the matchup usually goes. It's definitely a hard matchup, but you do have you'd have options. Is Bomb Warrior good? I know it counts as Highlander, but how? So the bomb, like, if you're asking how bombs work, you play Wrench Caliber and Clockwork Goblin, which shuffle bombs into your opponent's deck, and if you shuffle in more than one, and like Wrench Caliber's base has 2 durability as a weapon, you get to turn off Reno. And it's a Bomb Warrior, so Bomb Warrior is an example of a deck that is a very Conquest format meta strategy. Because with everybody playing Secret Mage, Reno Priest, and Dark Glare, what people usually do with that deck is they take their deck, they go, okay, Clockwork Goblin and Wrench Caliber, and they have ways to draw the Wrench Caliber that shuffles in bombs. That handles Reno Priest, right? If you shuffle in bombs before Reno Priest plays Raza, they're not winning the game, you know? They can draw those bombs to turn the Reno cards armed. If you keep shuffling in a bunch, they're not going to win the game. And then you look at Dark Glare, and you say, okay, well, I'm a warrior deck, I get to play Brawl, I get to play, not Reckless, but Blade Storm, I get to play Barov, and they also play freeze effects, like Glacial Shard, and even some play Frozen Shadow. I think it's Frozen Shadow Weaver, that 3-mana 4/3. And how that works well is that freezes when your opponent plays giants like Dark Glare, and they drop a Loatheb. That allows you to have outs to that by freezing the 8/8s for a turn until the Loatheb effect goes away. That also makes you good against Kingsbane Rogue, because Kingsbane Rogue can give it a 10 power weapon, but you can continue to stay alive by freezing their face. And then in terms of Secret Mage, just being a like armor gain control deck that is pretty good at going along, you can be pretty okay into. And also, like I said, like when you're expecting Secret Mage, something that I did that I enjoyed is I just main deck 2 Kazan Mystic in the deck. Because, like, if you play against Reno Priest, the things that matter are the bombs, so most of your deck doesn't matter, so it doesn't really mean that much to put 2 Kazan Mystics in the deck. And then against Secret Mage, Kazan Mystic is obviously busted, gives you a whole lot of tempo to help lock up wins. But as you can see with me playing, the wild ladder as a whole is not that narrow, so it does pale in construct on the ladder, whereas it is very strong. I would say one of the most popular archetypes in Conquest, at least once people figure it out. I know at first I copied a player that's pretty smart. I can't even remember that. I think their name is Sola. They put up a Conquest lineup and it had like a Bomb Warrior like that, and I was like, I like that. That makes sense to me. And so I started messing around with it. And like I said, yeah, it felt really good. And so I just kind of started jamming it and messing around with some lists, and then it got picked up more, not necessarily by me, but just by people finding Sola's list and stuff like that. Gained some popularity, and then people started to perfect it. I'll go ahead and play a Shadow Visions here. Are we at needing Circle of Healing? Or are we at rallying? We're not at rally, we're not at Inner Fire, I don't think. We could be at Circle of Healing plus Wild Pyro to draw cards, so I'll take that. But yeah, I hope that answers your question. I kind of ranted there about the deck a little bit, but it's a pretty complex strategy, and usually how the deck wins with a top end against other fair strategies, and even closes the game against Secret Mage and stuff, is there's usually like 3 different pieces of top end that you see played. Usually not all of them, but sometimes multiple of them. You'll see Kargath Blade Fist turning into Kargath Prime. You'll see Dr. Boom Hero card, which is one that I enjoyed the most, because it was better against aggro than Dr. Boom Creature, which also saw play, but that card kind of awkward against aggro because it doesn't... It immediately impacts the board, but it doesn't stop your opponent from killing you, whereas whenever you play a Dr. Boom and you have a hero power to use, you're going to gain that 5 armor, which is awesome, but you also have a hero power that can help you interact with the board. Alright, Well, the Circle of Healing pick feels bad because they killed our Northshire Cleric. I suppose we just play an Apotheosis here to kill that, go face for 4, and I'll just heal this up. We don't have Divine Spirit or Inner Fire, so we're nowhere near close enough to kill with Crab Rider. Token Druid also has like a 6-7% win rate. Is that not included? So that one's more recent. So that one kind of took off with that one took off like within the last like couple weeks. Like the THO league that that I was playing in ended 2 weeks ago. I think it was 2 weeks. 2 weeks, or maybe 2.5 to 3 weeks ago. So Dark Moon Races was really fresh for most of it, and people hadn't quite figured out how good Token Druid was. So I know like the last week or two there were a couple people messing around with Token Druid, but Token Druid having that high of a win rate and being that busted, or people realizing it's that busted in Wild, is more of like over the last week and a half kind of thing, and it was not. But I would assume that going into next season that it will be very popular. Aggro Druid before the Embiggen, or before the Voracious Reader nerf was very popular, so I would imagine that that'll be pretty popular going in. That could kind of finish out your guarantee, like your stat 4 of like Reno Priest, Secret Mage, Dark Lair, and then Token Druid. Might be the best way to fight the format. Again, I'm gonna heal this. I'm gonna dump out another creature. I feel like our opponent would have interacted with us if they could have, and we definitely want to play some stuff out to help attack them. They already played the Polkelt, so they're already kind of setting up their deck. So we're definitely looking to beat them before they get to turn 8 and can play Shadow Reaper. So we're looking for a Northshire Cleric to draw cards, looking for Acolyte of Pain to draw cards. Divine Spirit is definitely interesting. If we find an Inner Fire, that could be very, very good. The problem here is they're likely going to have a Psychic Scream, so I can't really play anything. But I'll go ahead and play this out. Go here. Yeah, if they don't kill this, they could die to Divine Spirit, Inner Fire, assuming we draw those. But they're probably going to have a Scream here on turn 7, in which case we'll have to dump this out. Let's see. They might have already. Yeah, they already had the Scream in their hands, so they didn't even have to top deck it. Yeah, we'll shuffle in a couple awkward cards. Okay, well, there's an Injured Blade Master, so we're looking at Crab Rider into Injured Blade Master, going with a heal here. Yeah, that's something that's scary about taking the Circle of Healing, though we're definitely feeling the pain of, is our opponent had their Holy Smite, which is about their only 1 mana. So they have like that and Penance. They have two ways to kill one for just 1 mana, and having those basically made this Circle of Healing pick pretty bad. But, and of course, yeah, we do a second Circle of Healing. Okay, alright, yeah, I mean, you know, it happens. It happens. Is there a way for us to reasonably interact with this on board? I don't know if there is. We might just be looking at, what Hearthstone YouTubers do you watch? I usually watch, depends on what you're going for. I like Battlegrounds, and I like Battlegrounds content is like fun and easy to consume, so I'll watch Dog play that. But I watch a lot of Raffle, I watch a good amount of Dexter, I watch Firebat, the kind of norms, you know. I also love Solemn. Solemn talks about a lot more than the game when he's playing, and has a lot of interesting conversations. And he also has like his, you know, plethora. I think he has like 4 channels right now, with all sorts of interesting topics going on, so. Yeah, I'll go there, and then I'm going to Circle of Healing this. And this leaves us to where we can potentially, if they play Shadow Reaper, we have Circle of Healing putting up to 7, 14. Nah, that's right, we can't kill them, but we can get close, I guess. I'll watch some Brian Kibler here and there, too. Like I said, like, I really like Brian Kibler's, like, Prime Gaming decks. He usually plays decks that I find interesting and fun to play. So I'll check and see out what he's playing with. Oh wow, they already had the Shadow Reaper Anduin too. Okay, so their Polkelt has already drawn them through their combo then. Let's see. Oh, do they have a way to kill this?
Is someone injured?
They have a Northshire Cleric, sure. It doesn't kill this though, but it does make it kind of hard to win with it. Yeah, we're not necessarily dead. So I can play an Injured Blade Master. I can rip this other Circle of Healing, making these hard to interact with. Oh, geez, it does draw them a card. I don't know. I think that's... Well... Geez, how would I play around that, really? What could I have done differently that turn? I could have healed this and attacked there, but then this wouldn't be healed. Yeah, if I wanted to achieve this, I had to do it like that. Our opponent was going to draw cards no matter what. I mean, again, ideally, like, the game doesn't last this long, but we do double Wild Pyro, which is a completely dead card in this matchup. Might be too clunky in the deck overall. Might just have to accept the bad matchups where they are on fighting for board. But I think the deck's okay. I mean, when you play cards like this, you kind of accept that they're going to be dead draws here. But the fact that Divine Spirit Inner Fire can just, like, win the game sometimes, I think gives you enough outs in these combo-based matchups, but keeps decks like Odd Paladin, where they have a bunch of X1s, more reasonable matchups. Yeah, I really like Solemn too. Yeah, Solemn is neat. I like Solemn a lot. He's fun. I like his formulaic approach to YouTube content that he talks about on some of his channels. It's freaking Mass Hysteria. I don't know if it's worth playing either of these out, because these both make it kind of clunky and awkward to play Divine Spirit Inner Fire. So I'm going to hang on to them. Realistically speaking here, we're kind of just screwing around playing, because with their Lordkeeper Polkelt, they should have their Spawn of Shadows. Yeah, so we're dead here. Rest in pepperonis. They might not have enough, which could be interesting. I guess they have 5 more mana. Yeah, they have to have at least, what? They only need 2 more spells. They have Draconic Studies. Yeah, and they can even play the second Spawn of Shadows, right? Yeah, or Mind Render and play my own coin. Yep, you got it. Well played. That was close. I might try some more Dragon Inner Fire Priest. I really like what this one has going on, but Cleric of Scales and Shadow Visions just giving you so much access to Divine Spirit Inner Fire might be what you just need in this format right now, because you just get so much more consistent. I say that, but this one is also pretty good at drawing, but we just keep entering situations where it's like one of half of our combos is in like the bottom 5 cards of our deck, and we just like we're ideally trying to not like the game. We ideally want the game to be over by turn 9, you know? Like we can win the game on like turn 4 or turn 3. I think we win the game on turn 3 technically with Crab Rider. So we don't really try to have the game go that long anyway. But we'll keep playing some games with this one. I know in the title I have Battlegrounds content. I want to try streaming some Battlegrounds, trying out the new meta. If you're expecting for me to be good at that, I'm sorry, it's a new meta, so I'm not really sure what's good to do. So I've been losing most of my... I was climbing in the last meta, but I've been losing a lot in the new meta trying to figure out what's good. Alright, another Priest deck. Our opponent has the pay to play Priest skin, but it is a nice looking Priest skin. We could keep Nameless one if we think they're on Big Priest. I think that's is that an okay keep? It's 4 mana. Nah, we really just need to find Northshire Cleric. I think you almost certainly mulligan every card that's not Northshire Cleric in your opener. It's just that good. Yeah, it's just so nuts. It's honestly just so nuts. Interesting, we do the Raise Dead, yeah.
I cannot play that.
Is someone injured?
We played nothing. Okay. We'll probably go Injured Injured Blade Master here on 3, so that we can start healing it on 4 to draw cards from Northshire Cleric. They have a Shadow Word Pain. That tips their hand as Reno Priest, I'm pretty sure. Because, usually... or it doesn't guarantee, but usually Big Priest is just on Penance. So I think that kind of locks them up, which is better. Reno Priest is definitely a better matchup for us, for sure. They have a lot of removal, but we have Rallies and Raise Dead. And they don't try and summon big boards of taunts. So I think I'm mostly okay with that. Interesting decision here. Do we want to Raise Dead for the Northshire just to start drawing cards? That's interesting. I think the answer to that question is no, but it's close. I think just healing this is fine. I think developing another 2-drop. I'm going to go ahead and develop this Crab Rider is a little more important. This gets really nuts with Apotheosis, so I think I'm going to go ahead and play it. Okay, our opponent goes coin into... Okay, they just coin into Raza on 4, which is pretty rough. Not gonna lie. But we do have that answered with an Apotheosis. So if we Apotheosis here, that is... What is it? 7, that's not enough. If we Apotheosis and heal in between... 3... 7, 8, 9... It still doesn't keep let this swing in here, so then that means we just Apotheosis here. Make that trade. Go face twice. I'll heal this up. Yeah, no, I'll hold it there. Next turn I'll probably go in with a Raised Dead just for Northshire because we really need to start drawing some cards and draw into our cards that matter. Yeah, I'll probably play one more with this deck. But I'm probably gonna start trying trying some dragon variations. Try and get a little bit more consistency. Oh, that's a pretty good draw for Insight, yeah. Draw a random creature from your deck, it happens to be the best one. Yeah, that's a pretty rough card. Definitely not dead, but it is a little bit awkward for sure. That gives them an answer. Interesting, Hungry Crab. I would have assumed they would just automatically take something to answer our 6-5, but getting a 3-4 and answering our 1-4 is kind of cool, I guess. I don't know. Maybe we should include a little bit more card draw since I think your hand stagnates a bit too much. Yeah, it's weird. I was testing it out yesterday, and I don't know if you caught the very beginning of the stream. I talked about some of the changes I made. I trimmed a Raised Dead and an Acolyte of Pain, because when I was playing yesterday, I felt like I was... Like, obviously against Milrogue, my hand was full. But even in other matchups, even against, like, Mage, for example... I had my hand full with 10 cards, like, the entire time. And I was burning cards in multiple matches. So, that's why I wanted to try less card draw. But that could have been too rash of a decision based on too few games. After this game, I'll try with some more card draw. You know, I'm not going to make any definitive decisions off of a game or two with more card draw, but... Yeah, maybe cutting the card draw was a little bit too brash of a response. Rash of a response. Yeah, that's the words I'm looking for. We're going to go here, and then we're just going to trade this here. And then we're going to play Northshire, and then we're going to heal this. I know that allows them to kill this. If they kill this, I'm totally fine, because they're not killing either of these. And I'll hold this onto this, because I can draw more cards later. Maybe it was worth cycling there, but I feel like we could have gotten more value out of it. But when we do need Inner Fire, maybe it is just worth a plain cycle. It's close. Hard to know for sure. Okay, so what is this at normally? It's +6. +6 from 7 is 13. So, yeah, if we draw an Inner Fire, the game's over and we win it. So, it'd be cool if that happens. Draw Radiant. Rats. Darn it. Alright, well, we'll keep hanging out, I guess. Yeah, having this would be nice, but there wasn't really a good way to do that. The issue is if they've already drawn Shadow Reaper, they could have Psychic Scream. Or they could just already have it in hand. So... that does make it pretty awkward, for sure.
Your soul.
I'm going to leave these in play, and if they play a Psychic Scream, we can go in with these. Yeah, I'll try some more card draw after this, for sure. Raise Dead's kind of weird, because Raise Dead isn't necessarily just card draw, but it's just a card that adds cards to hand. Like, if I could pick up my Northshire Cleric, it would have been nuts that turn, right? So, yeah, maybe going down to 2 Raise Dead was too much. We did add the Cabal Talon Priest and a, yeah, they Psychic Scream, sure. Interesting they want me to get the Zephyrus. I don't want to draw that card, so they kind of helped me a little bit there. Do another Injured Blade Master, sure. Sure, okay. I'll go ahead and dump. With the casting of Psychic Scream, I'm going to go ahead and dump all these cards to try and get on board and make it most likely for us to win. If they have more answers for this, that's just kind of rough. We need to draw something that allows us to draw multiple cards because we're missing multiple things. If you get a Pyromancer, Cleric, and Acolyte on board at the same time, you draw a lot. Yeah, you do, yeah. And I guess, like, the last time I played the deck, it was happening a lot. That was a really, really subpar way for that to go down. Yeah, last time I played that was happening a lot. Even with, like, with Rally, it was happening a lot, so it felt kind of awkward. Definitely just jamming a Rally here for sure. Getting back Northshire and Acolyte of Pain. Just gonna start with healing this up before I do anything else. Drawing Inner Fire. Divine Spirit Inner Fire is not gonna lethal because they're at 30, and well, we can't play everything, but if they don't kill this Crab Rider, Apotheosis, 7, 14, that is 28 damage. So we're gonna leave it at the board at this, and hopefully they don't kill Crab Rider, and if they kill Crab Rider, hopefully they'll leave everything else in play. Kazakis for a 5 pot. If they don't find the deal 4 damage, then the game is probably over. So hopefully they don't find 5 mana deal 4. If they find the right Kazakis pot, what are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? Let's see, are they jamming it? They're not playing it immediately. Oh, maybe they are playing it immediately. Polymorph random enemy, not Crab Rider. Boom! That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. I feel so weird because I just finished a video that's gonna be going on at 6 in the morning of this deck, but with like the dragon package, and it's not of this version of the deck, but that was super sweet. It would be awesome to be in a video. That's fine. I can put it in a later video. That game is probably honestly not a terrible short to make. Just talking about like my channel and like shorts ideas and everything, because shorts get so many views so quickly because of the short shelf. I'm kind of thinking about moving my content towards moving my my long form videos towards kind of like discussion videos and things of that nature, interesting things to talk about, news updates about Hearthstone, kind of like deep dives on deck maybe, on different decks maybe, you know. I have a couple different ideas in the pipeline that I'm working on, and then keep like a lot of just the basic gameplay type content to chopping it up for shorts, because that's really easy to convert to like 59-second videos. Yeah, anyway, let's play at least one more game with this version of the deck. Let us try let's try not Cabal Talon Priest. What's more important? Do we want... Well, let's see. What do we... Oh, yeah, we also put a Nameless one. I forgot about that. We put a Nameless one because it seems like a fun card to try. It gives us a little bit... It seems like an okay silence effect against, like, Reno Warlock and Big Priest. Could be greedy as fuck, but it seems pretty neat. Also, I crafted it because I thought it was going to be broken in Standard, because I was really hype on trying it in Standard, and then it just wasn't, and Priest wasn't good in Standard either, so it was like, sad boys. Yeah, let's cook Cabal Talon Priest. This card's really close to good enough, and it gives you some extra buffs, but I feel like it's just kind of meh. Now let's go up to the second Acolyte of Pain again to draw more cards, and... Yeah, let's cut Nameless one. Let's just go back up to 2 Raised Deads. Maybe the list I came up with yesterday is just the perfect list. Maybe this is just... Maybe this is just how this version should be run with Rally. Exceptions maybe being... Well, I don't know, because Acolyte of Pain, Wild Pyro, those cards all really go together, really. It's just so clean. You just have 2 elves of everything that kind of just goes together, you know? And that might be the best way to build the deck, you know? Not saying that makes it a good deck, but that might be the strongest, most consistent way to have the deck constructed. Which would be okay, I guess. Yeah, still going to try out the dragon version after this. Try and get some Cleric of Scales in my life. 2-mana 1/1s that discover spells that you can raise that feel really nice. I just really liked the... whenever I saw Rally, I was like, that's a card I can play in Inner Fire Priest. Inner Fire Priest is one of those like side pet decks that every time it gets like a potential new card, I'm like, I gotta try it, you know? And so I saw that card and I was like, that's a card. And then it was like, maybe it's good, maybe it's not. And then I really saw Crab Rider and I'm like, oh my god. Ugh, sorry, excuse me. I saw Crab Rider and I was like, oh my god, that is the card. That's a card that I want to try right now. Because having Wind Fury and Rush allows you to fight back for board and also requires a lot less buffs. So that's why I kind of want to go in on this version, because it took the best, feel like it took the best advantage of both those cards.
Is someone injured?
Hunter and not even Hunter. There's no telling what this is. Hunter has an abysmal play rate, so there's no telling what this could be. That sounds like a fine idea. Everyone else already uploads uncut gameplays, so do something new. Sounds good to me. Yeah, that's the idea. Yeah, is just do different things to get discovered. And and actually, it's funny. Solemn has made videos talking about that. That's kind of like over time inspired me. He just made a recent one that also made me think about it a little bit more. Just talking about like there are plenty of channels in Hearthstone that are huge, right? And then they're the people that make them make full-time income, and then they probably enjoy playing the game, but a lot of them, they do the exact same thing. Nobody big in Hearthstone really makes different style content. Unless you count Solemn himself. And obviously, like, there's some tier list stuff, but it's mostly gameplay. Which is just the same as everything else. Now, I mean, it's interesting because, well, the games are interesting to play for so long. Because they have replayability. But being discovered off of that is a little bit difficult, you know? Unless you're doing really wild and wacky things, which is kind of rare. Huh. If you play an injured Blade Master, it just dies, but then we have a good rally. Yeah, I can buy that for $1. They attack with face, they lose 4, and then I rally. And get 2 injureds and a Northshire Cleric back. It's pretty nuts. They can trade this and this into the 2/6 with Taunt. Which is a little bit awkward, but then if that's how they're spending their turn, I feel pretty okay. If this is how they're spending this turn, I feel like I'm in a great position. If they don't, okay, they're gonna play something else. Yeah, play a secret. Okay. So if they don't get on board at all anymore, then we're in a pretty nuts position, honestly. But this is okay. Yeah, let's rally. Then we know they don't counterspell. Get back all that. Oh. Yep, they attack in there, they attack in there. I assume trading that off, which we're okay with. Depends on what their 5-drop is here. If they have the 5-mana 6/5 that destroys Reno minion if you control a dragon, could definitely be awkward for us. For sure. And with a steady shot, is that just pass? That's nuts. Is that Freezing Trap? Let's see, attacking here plays around Freezing Trap. But attacking here plays around Wandering Monster. I think in Wild, Wandering Monster is more playable. Freezing Trap is a double-edged sword. So if you're attacking with a Zephyrus, you feel really bad about playing a Freezing Trap. So we'll say that we're playing around Misdirection. Alright, well, okay. I don't feel bad about losing to Misdirection because that card sees actually 0 play in Wild. So I don't feel that bad about that one. That's so wild. Haha, got him. I'm gonna keep Wild Pyro and Acolyte in hand to combo together. And I think that means I'm just gonna play this injured and then heal it out of range of this weapon here. Yeah, you almost never see Misdirection. That card is pretty bad, all things considered. It's pretty bad secret, so it's definitely... I don't feel bad that I got by Misdirection because I don't think it's worth playing around. I wasn't deal 2 to that, but it does attack him for another 4, which means they are at 17. And we have a Powered Feast and Apotheosis, so, like, that's interesting. Interesting. They're going to... Okay. So... Huh. I think we have a pretty clean Wild Pyro Acolyte coin Power Feast, which removes this. It deals 3 damage to this, unless I Power Feast this, but I'll probably want to Power Feast the Acolyte of Pain. Yeah, I could Power Feast the Wild Pyro to keep it around. That's interesting, actually. I think Power Feasting the Acolyte of Pain is better. So I think I want to go Acolyte of Pain, Wild Pyro. This could be greedy, but I want to draw my cards. Coin. Oh, that's nuts. Yeah, let's do it up. Does that change what I want to do at all? Does it make me want to save the Wild Pyro? Not really. Wild Pyro feels kind of meh. And then I'll just trade here. This is a 2, but that's fine. They attack here, that's fine. This is going to be a 3/5 that draws cards in play. This would be a really bad turn for them to have the, mess around with something on my finger. This would be a really bad turn for them to have, ooh, don't kill my 3/5, please. Please don't kill my 3/5. That would be bad. I mean, they're not 13, but it would still be pretty bad. Hopefully this goes face. If we win this 50-50, we're in a pretty good position. If we lose it, we're in a god-awful, terrible position, because this card will beat us single-handedly. Interesting how that one happens. Let's say we find out if Array's dead here. We are at 16, so we're not that much farther ahead. Another Injured Blade Master, another Acolyte that we're not really looking for. Let's see if we can Shadow Visions into a Rally. We did find one, so let's play out this Radiant Elemental, and then let's rip a Rally and see if we can come back in this game somehow. So yeah, we got Northshire, 2 injured creatures. It's pretty interesting. With Northshire and Circle of Healing, we can maybe draw a good pile of cards and find a Divine Spirit Inner Fire line next turn, or just dumping a bunch of buffs on something. Yeah, buffing the Wild Pyro would have played better into this, because it would mean that we would have had a 1/1 Acolyte of Pain in play, which maybe was supposed to be the correct line. Honestly, going face there is the most okay thing for us, because they're not going to have 9 face damage, and not wiping one of our units is huge for us. This is 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. We have 11 damage just like this. So we're only 2 short. We also have plenty of cards that draw cards. Inner Fire is lethal. Inner Fire is lethal. Shadow Visions is lethal. Powered Feast is lethal. Apotheosis is lethal. Wild Pyro draws cards with Northshire Cleric, so that probably finds lethal somewhere. So yeah, we're kind of okay with that. Oh, they could have a way to kill our 2/6, which could be awkward. They have Kill Command for our 2/6. They're having to Kill Command and swing in with Dragonbane. That's pretty nuts for us, honestly. That's pretty huge. Okay, even if we don't have lethal here, we get to that changed right because they moved our 2 things. So that's what, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Yeah, we're still 2 short. Still 2 damage short. We're 100% putting this here and trading this in here. And then let's draw a card there. Another Northshire Cleric. I think I'm totally okay going full Northshire here.
Is someone injured?
This will draw 4 cards. Yeah, we can live with that. We could have played this to draw 6 cards, actually. Which, actually, that was probably better, right? This puts us at 8. Yeah, drawing 6 would have... Yeah, we were probably supposed to play this first, but... I thought I might have overdrawn there, but this is okay. Now we can play Raised It if we want to. I don't think it's worth it because we're at 15, but it's pretty close. Yeah, I'll play this under Injured Blade Master. Or actually, I'll play this Crab Rider. Nah, I think Crab Rider plus something could help us like fight back for board and surprise them. So, I'll keep it like this. And we'll hang on. Is there a card in Hearthstone you have a soft spot for? A single card. Huh. Card I have a soft spot for. They have... Why? Why does this happen to me? What is this nonsense? I was gonna say Zephyrus. Deadass. I love Reno decks. And Zephyrus was an amazing card to come out. And then my opponent played a Zephyrus into a brawl out of their aggro Reno Hunter deck. So that was neat and fun. But wow, that's awesome for us. That's hilarious. That's actually kind of amazing, honestly. Yeah, they're actually just dead here. We'll show them the full wrath. Just a single card is pretty hard. I would say like Zephyrus, Reno potentially. I would have said probably Kael'thas before it got nerfed like 3 times, because Kael'thas in Wild Jade Druid was just so amazing. So I probably would have said that was a card that was I had a soft spot for, but they nerfed it and it's bad now. So maybe if they unnerf it, I'll play a shit ton of that card. But as it's nerfed, it's only playable in like Malagos Druid. I'd probably say Zephyrus is up there for me. I don't know. It's an interesting one. I usually don't think about cards like that, so I'm not 100% sure. There are specific decks that I have a soft spot for, like Reno Lock and Reno Mage, but those are more just like the combination of cards together makes something that I really enjoy. Kind of like Inner Fire, Divine Spirit. I mean, I guess I could say that I have a soft spot for Inner Fire or a soft spot for Divine Spirit. But both those cards alone don't really do anything, you know? I mean, they do something, but it's them in those in concert with a bunch of other cards. That was a pretty good run with OG Rally, Inner Fire. I call it OG just because it plays like the Northshire. I mean, you always play Northshire, but it plays the Wild Pyro Acolyte of Pain Circle of Healing package. Alright, let's try... It's almost 2... Yeah, let's try some of this, and then we'll move over to some Battlegrounds. I'll get back. I know I say I love Reno decks, and I only played Reno decks, like, twice. But I'll get back to Reno. I was really trying to find, like, a good way to play Inner Fire. I love that deck so much. So, yeah, that was that. This deck needs some doctoring, because I have no idea how I need to change this deck. It's a deck that feels like it really wants more card slots. Because it's or it's trying to do too many things. Because it has the, you know, Inner Fire Divine Spirit plan, which requires some buffs, and we're playing Apotheosis and only a single Power Word Feast. Ideally you want 2. We're only playing 1 in this list. It also has Wave of Apathy plus Cabal Acolyte, which also pairs very nicely with Potion of Madness. And it also features the Dragon package of Cleric of Scales, Draconic Studies, Twilight Whelp, and I'm playing the Dustbreaker, and I'm playing Cobalt Spellkin as a 1-of over the other 5-drop, the 5-mana 5/6, just because I think that, what's it called? The Draconid Operative? I think this card is vastly overrated in Wild in 2021, even in 2020, honestly. This card was good in Standard whenever he played mid-range, and it was good when you cared about your opponent's cards, but whenever you're playing against decks like Big Shaman and Quest Mage, and even Secret Mage with all their synergy cards, or Odd Paladin, there's so many cards you don't care about getting. You know, as an Inner Fire combo priest type strategy, honestly, most cards you don't care about getting, but just with the vast variety of decks being played right now, you just really don't care about most things that this is going to show you. So I think it's vastly overrated. Its saving grace is its body. But I think that getting 1-drops from Cobalt Spellkin when, whoops, took it out, put it back in. I think getting 1-drop from Cobalt, I think getting 1-drops from Cobalt to Spellkin, sorry, are a little bit better. Yeah, so, I don't know what gives in this deck. This is another deck where I cut Raised Dead, which was almost certainly a mistake. I don't know how I get back in the list. I could try no Cobalt Spellkin, which will put us on only having 6 dragons, which I think is like a little bit too greedy. Like I said, I think Crab Rider is amazing, but it definitely is worse without Power Word Feast, because this is like a great combo together. We could try no Crab Rider, and just try like Raised Dead and stuff, which I'll give that a try. As much as I love that card, I'll cut that card for Raised Dead. I'll cut Power Word Feast because we're being less tempo, more control, and I'll go for another Cobalt Spellkin. And I'll try this and see where this gets us. I don't know how good this is going to be. Again, Crab Rider I think is really good, but I don't know that having Crab Rider plus Powered Feast is better than having Raised Dead. Because Raised Dead is a really good card in Priest. It's just so busted. having at least one copy of it, I think, is necessary, and especially in this version with Cleric of Scales, a battlecry that discovers a spell. Being able to raise dead that after you play it and it dies, it just adds to the consistency that your deck has with finding its pieces. So, yeah. That's my spiel about this version. Let me rename this Inner Fire Dragon, because that's basically what it is. It's all about the Inner Fire Dragon. Sir card, I like Witch Cauldron. It was the first card I got in Golden, and I love getting a bunch of random spells in my Thief Rogue. Nice, Lamau. That's a good meme. That's pretty sweet. You can play lots of interesting Thief Rogue lists. Do you have a Reno Thief Rogue by chance? I haven't really played or seen any like good Reno Rogue lists in Standard or Wild since, what was it that got nerfed? That the Galakron Rogue and Reno Rogue fell off in Standard. But it seems sweet. I'd like to try and adapt it to Wild, see if it's reasonable there. Yeah, I'm gonna try that out, see if we can win some games with Inner Fire Dragon Priest. See what we can do here.
Versus Malfurion.
My beloved children.
My dear Malfurion.
Alright, let's see what we got going on here. Playing against Druid, which is, like I said, probably Token Druid right now. But either way, even if it's Malygos or Token, you never want Raised Dead in the opener. And similarly with Divine Spirit, your main game plan, like I've reiterated probably a million times, is to control the board. Divine Spirit does not do that. And also importantly, you need creatures to Divine Spirit. So having more creatures is more important than having more spells, at least in your opening hand. Alright, no good 1-drop here, but we have Radiant Elemental on 2. Probably Shadow Visions and Apotheosis on 3. But if it is Token and Biggin, that's really interesting. But they drew patches. That's good news for us. That's great. That's good to hear. Yeah, this matchup is really rough. Decks that can fight us on board effectively are almost unwinnable. Thankfully, this deck is not popular at all. Token Druid is more popular, which is a little bit slower. Haunted Creeper in 2021. On purpose, running Haunted Creeper. That's nuts. I'm free to play my Thief Rogue. It's not very good at all. I have Reno and Zephyrus in the deck, but it's not very good. It is fun, though. Oh, hey, as long as you're having fun. I mean, it sounds neat. If you have Reno and Zephyrus, it sounds pretty hot. Alright, here. We 100% have to Apotheosis this. Go ahead and play Cleric of Scales, see what's up. Wave of Apathy could be important for us, but I think we're going to take Inner Fire because I already have Divine Spirit and I have a Apotheosis. And if this Shadow Visions finds us another Divine Spirit, we can just win the game pretty quickly here. If our opponent isn't wise to what we're doing. I think this is worth buffing here. Yeah, there's no reason to Inner Fire this just yet. It is a 4/4, so they could like Sav Roar it down, which would feel bad. But we can Shadow Visions for Raised Dead to pick it up. We need more bodies. A second in Biggin, that's nuts. So we need to kill them pretty quickly here. If they don't have a unit to play, that would be kind of amazing for us. Interesting. You don't just trade to the 1/1? That's really interesting. Oh, Mark of the Lotus. Oh, no! Yeah, that's pretty nuts. Alright, let's see what we can find here for our Radiant Elemental. Ideally we find Divine Spirit, in which case we just make this huge and attack them. Let's see, we have, what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 different spells in this deck. That's a roll. That is a dice roll. I think healing this and playing Northshire is far too slow because they'll just trade with their board, and they'll play a bigger unit, so fingers crossed Divine Spirit. We didn't get there, but here's another one that can draw us into it. Fingers crossed Divine Spirit. We missed twice. I don't know how unlucky that is, but it's definitely not lucky. What do the Wave of Apathy lines look like? I don't know, man.
I wonder.
Maybe we should have cut our losses and healed this to be a 5 and then double it to make it 10. That might have been the least greedy play, honestly. Yeah, that might have been what we were supposed to do. I guess I'll take Raised Dead. I'll pick it up. Oh, wait, we have Cleric Scales. Oh, wait, this could find Divine Spirit. Oh my god, I'm so ridiculous. We missed again! Alright, now it doesn't matter to find it. But, yeah, I'll attack there. We'll hang out. It could have played another Cleric Scales, but it's whatever. We're gonna play a Cobalt Spellkin. They have a 4-mana Voracious Reader for 3/5. Yeah, that might be rough. Yeah, we probably just lost there because we had like 3 looks at Divine Spirit. We didn't find it. It's fine. It happens. This is nuts. It leaves this alive, but I think it's still kind of nuts, right? I think it's still kind of nuts. It at least challenges this pretty well. The issue is they biggen twice, so everything they play is so freaking huge. But I'll play Duskbreaker, and then I'll Raise Dead. And I'll play out my Cleric Scales. I'll miss again on Divine Spirit. We're a professional Divine Spirit whiffer, let me tell you what. We don't have anything to go with Potion of Madness. I'm just going to take a Draconic Studies here. Yeah, kind of awkward there, but it is what it is. They have a Ship's Cannon. I don't have anything. Oh, please, please, Divine Spirit. Another Wave of Apathy. No Potion of Illusion. No Cabal Acolyte. That's rough. That is definitely not good. Yeah. We could go Radiant Elemental into a Draconic Studies. Which could allow us to Cobalt Spellkin. Yeah, so I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna play this. This has to be a Wave of Apathy turn. We have to remove this giant powered thing. And try and ooh, that's a big taunt. Is this better? It's a 4/6. It's not that much better than a 3/5. That gives us 2 things to do.
A simple spell.
Not that much better, if better at all, really. Yeah, so we definitely go in on a Wave of Apathy here. We don't want to play what we discovered off of this because we want that to be a mystery. Actually, this one was gotten off of a random effect too. So this makes it, this hides what we discovered. So we'll go with that. 5 up to a minion and your hero. I don't have Northstar Cleric in play, so I don't want to play that. Just gonna trade here and then go face. Yeah, no real reason to play this yet. If we find Divine Spirit, which I know I talked this deck up as being so much better at finding Divine Spirit, but if we do find Divine Spirit here, we can... That was a really unfortunate place for that to go. That was also a very unfortunate place for it to go. Let's see, we double from 5 to 10, from 10 to 20. That's not lethal, though, which sucks. Maybe we'll just play this. The problem with this is it's, like, not even bigger than these. I mean, it is, but very small. In comparison, not that much bigger, right? If we play this and we play this, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's 7. So that doesn't even... Ooh, we almost played that card. That doesn't even allow us to play the second Divine Spirit, so then it's kind of a moot point. And if we're not going for lethal here, or going for a 20/20, then we have to be, I think, Wave of Apathying. We can't Wave of Apathy plus Evasive Draconid. So that means that next turn has to be our Wave of Apathy plus Evasive Draconid turn. Which means that we can just make a big unit here and then go Wave of Apathy, Evasive Draconid, and try and win after that. So, that being said, I'm going to play this. I'm going to heal here to start. I'm going to draw a card. Potion Evolution. Cool. I'll Divine Spirit, Inner Fire here. I'll heal this, and then I'll go face. Putting them at 15, making a 10-10 they have to swing both things into. And then next turn, when they get more on board, I have an Evasive Draconid into Wave of Apathy turn, which might swing the tide in and of itself. Because they have to trade both of these into our 10-10. We feel pretty okay about that. They go into a Bloodsail Corsair, hopefully... Okay, that's not the best, but it's far from the worst. They're going face. Oh, wow. So they're just accepting fate as it is. That's nuts. That's kind of nuts. Interesting. That is very interesting. We technically could have outs here if we find a Divine Spirit and Inner Fire off of Shadow Visions and drawing off of Northshire Cleric, but I think that's pretty unlikely. We could go with a Cabal Acolyte into Wave of Apathy, stealing one of these units. Which is kind of cool. Is that better than Evasive Draconid into Wave of Apathy? Because that puts them on having 5 power in play. It lets them have 2 of these, though, and it lets them have this, which shoots out... Well, it pops out pirates that work with the cannon. So I think actually stealing units is pretty valuable here. It also allows us to draw cards. So that's 4, 5. That allows us to go in with a Shadow Visions, which gives us another Wave of Apathy we can use for a following turn if we need it. So I'm going to go ahead and play this. Play the Wave of Apathy. Oh, we need to trade here first. Oh, no! Oh, no! Did we just punt? Oh, my God. We punted. Act like that didn't happen. Act like that didn't happen. Act like that didn't happen. What we were trying to do is attack this with this so that we would steal a good unit, not a bad unit. And I wasn't able to get the attack off first. I missequenced there. I don't think it matters because we have a 10-10 in play. But... Oh, wow, they have a Savage Ward. Are we just dead anyway? Are we dead? Did it not matter at all? They have... No, they have 12. 12 plus 2 is 14. They're short. They could attack our 10-10 down. But we have Evasive Draconid plus Wave of Apathy next turn. You gotta let me know when you stream so I don't miss it. Good luck. Thanks, man. Yeah, I mean, I just posted on Facebook and Twitter yesterday. The last couple times I didn't stream at all. But yeah, that's where I've been posting on my Twitter and on my Facebook. Kind of working on getting a schedule together. Likely going to be during these hours. But just unsure exactly how I want to do it. Yeah, that forces them to attack in there. And now I just get to go Evasive Draconid into Wave of Apathy. So we also are pretty close to lethal here. We're 2 off? Yeah, 2 off. But yeah, I mean, looks like we're not going to get punished here. Evasive Draconid. Go for... Yeah, Wave of Apathy, Evasive Draconid. I'm gonna go ahead and remove these just to get them the hell out of here. We could have stolen this to make another 1/1. I did not even consider that. I don't know that it matters at all because they don't have ways to get past this. They could have Arbor Up. Does Arbor Up matter? It does not. If we kill this, Arbor Up doesn't kill us. So that we're killing that. No, I think we have it locked up. Yeah, they power the wild, sure, who cares? Well played. That was a well-played game, opponent. We both had to make a lot of decisions in that game. That one was pretty interesting. That was a pretty fun game. All things considered. Alright, I'll get in one more game with this list, and then I'll cycle over to Battlegrounds. Try some Battlegrounds. You could also make a post on YouTube. I technically can't. I actually looked into that to see what it would take. And you have to have 1,000 subscribers to unlock the ability to make posts. At least the video that I watched, which it was like a little bit over a year ago. So they might have changed that. But I couldn't find anywhere to make posts. And the video said that you had to have at least 1,000 subscribers. So, yeah. I think if, I could say in videos, or like, mention videos or post in comments or non comments in my video details, I think you can set it to where like if you have your bell notifications turned on for me, it lets subscribers know whenever I go live. So that could be something. I'm not saying that as if that's how it is. I think that's how it works. I'd have to look into it. But if that is how it works, I could probably mention that so that my subscribers and the people that like to watch me can watch my opponents concede. We'll go on for another one. We'll play at least one more. That's a pretty. Should I make that a YouTube short? What should I make that one a YouTube? That's a pretty close one. Should I make that one a YouTube short? Let's see. I'll start sharing it on socials. Get more people in here. Thanks, man. That's awesome. Thanks. That'd be awesome, dude. All right. Playing some more Inner Fire Dragon Priest. Bruh. Yeah. If my opponents could just keep doing that till I got Legend every month, that'd be so neat. By the way, Kat, you know what my face looks like normally. Is it just me, or is my face coming off too white on this screen? And it looks like to me whenever I turn my face, my head sideways, that it comes off really white. I'm using some some OBS software to try and fix the white balance a little bit because my lights are pretty bright. Radiant. This is odd. You should probably go there. Yeah, either super white or red tinted. Yeah, I was afraid of that. I've messed around with the settings each time I stream. Next time when I go live, I'll try and mess around some more. The turning and turning white thing might not be savable. That might just be a thing that happens whenever I look at my second monitor where my stream is or where my chat is. Yeah, I'll keep the Reno elemental. All right, Northstar Cleric. Yeah, the true key to this deck, if you take anything away from this, is play Northstar Cleric. That's a pretty good one. Play it and, specify. Play it on turn 1, which means drawing it in your opener. That's important. They are not on Odd, they are Cthulhu. That's pretty interesting. This Twilight Whelp, we could Draconic Studies into Twilight Whelp. I kind of like that, honestly. I'll take Crimson Hothead, that's probably going to be good. And yeah, play a River Croc on turn 1. I can attack in and then play a Northshire Coin Hero Power this. Should be very strong this early on. That's a 2/3, so we cannot do that. We probably still trade in here, but we don't have the option to heal with Northshire anymore. But we'll trade in here, and then we'll dump both of these units in play. Opponent could be on some kind of combo deck. I needed a new deck to play anyway. Yeah, until the new set comes out, I'll just mess around with my favorite pet decks. Like Inner Fire Priest, which did get Crab Rider and Rally, which I'm actually playing. I played that version of the deck for the first half of the stream, and then I swapped over to Dragons to try some Clerica Scales for some more consistency. But Crab Rider feels amazing in the deck, and Rally also feels good as well. And you get to play the like Wild Pyromancer, Acolyte of Pain, Circle of Healing package, and Rally helps you buy it all back with Northshire, so you can have some pretty busted turns overall. Our opponent did a whole lot of nothing, which is pretty interesting.
Right away.
Gonna go ahead and attack here, and then coin out Crimson Hothead. Pass turn to my opponent. No real reason to play Raise Dead to give it taunt. We only have one thing in our dead pool, and it's not that important to give this taunt at the moment. We could protect against potential buffs, but Elise Starseeker? This has to be some kind of Reno meme. That's nuts. Simulus when you get off. I'll give it a try. I've been on standard rogue and hit boring. Well, now is it boring killing people on turn 4 every game, Cat? Because every time I play against rogue, that's usually well, I don't say every time. Most of the time, that's what happens. I've been messing around with Prime, like Brian Kibler's Quest Warlock with Rustwick's Prime Gaming, and I've also been messing around with Reno Druid a little bit. Is there a good way? I don't really want to waste this inner fight clean. Oh, what happened? Oh no! Oh no, stream died. Oh no. We died. Hello, anybody hear us? We died. We disconnected? We totally disconnected from everything. Oh, we're back up? Okay. It looks like the stream died there for like 5 seconds maybe. Yeah, let's just go in here. Heal this bad boy back up. Keep it at a 3-5, and then just trade in here, keep the Northshire alive. And, we wanted to play the Rain Elemental, but it's okay. Yeah, my internet just, like, I'm streaming through a hotspot because of, weather making my house Wi-Fi pretty bad, so that was a, pretty awkward turn. This is why Cabal Acolyte and Wave of Apathy is neat. It's pretty interesting. Still here? Okay, cool, yeah. Yeah, it looked like, I don't know exactly how long it was, but I started dropping frames, and then my kilobytes per second dipped to 0, and I DC'd from Hearthstone, and then, like, it came back. But something this version does that the other does not that's pretty interesting is Cabal Acolyte plus Wave of Apathy. Wave of Apathy also works with Potion of Madness to get to steal things and then use them to kill your opponent. I'm not gonna play the Raised Dead. There's no reason to play the spell, and I don't really want to get back to Twilight Whelps. Pretty lackluster card at this stage in the game. We kind of have a busted board as it is. Hopefully they don't have, like, Zephyrus something. Cobalt Spellkin, that probably means we win the game. That probably means we win the game. We might win the game immediately if we draw Divine Spirit or a way to draw it. What could they have? Consume magic? Sure, that shrinks an attack off of this. We're pretty much okay with that. Divine Spirit? Way to draw Divine Spirit? It's neither. Sad boys. We heal this to 6. And that makes it 6. 7, 8, 9. 9 plus 6 is 15. That's short. We can actually, wait, we can heal this and draw a card, because that might help us get there. Let's try that. Let's try drawing a card. We didn't get there again. Sad boys. Yeah, we just go face. I don't think there's a reason to play Radiant Elemental. We have plenty of units in play, and we don't want it to potentially die. In like a board wipe situation. I want to play around that happening. Just sending all face, because getting them lower I think is better. We don't really care about this 3-5 being in play. It doesn't trade into either of our taunts. So, I think I'm okay with that. Again, don't want to raise it, don't want to get on the board, just pass it back. Interesting. Yeah, this list is definitely more consistent at finding its Divine Spirits and Inner Fire with Cleric and Shadow Visions, but that doesn't mean that you just always have it. Okay, we DC'd from Hearthstone again, although it does not appear that did my stream go down there for a second? I don't know what happened. It's my turn again. Our opponent Reno'd. Awesome. And by awesome, I mean terrible. Let's see. Cat, are you still there? Can you still see me? I don't know what happened. I gotta go now. See ya later, Elias. Thanks for stopping by again, man. You've been swinging around for, I think, almost every stream I've done. It means a lot. Thanks. It's been fun chatting with you. I want to Wave of Apathy steal this. So I'm actually going to go in here, and then I'm going to heal it. Northshire, that's pretty pog. But oh yeah, my plan is to go here, Wave of Apathy, steal this. So, no need. No need to trade into it. And we'd rather have a 4-6 than a 3-3, so... Yeah, still live, interesting. Yeah, I assume you saw, like, I quick DC'd from Hearthstone there for a second. Yeah, like I said, I'm streaming from a hotspot because my house Wi-Fi is pretty dog shit at the moment. I'm amazed that I'm able to stream at all, but it does have its moments of awkwardness. That is pretty nuts. It makes me feel really bad about playing at my Cabal Acolyte. Yeah, that is pretty insane. We're all out of Wave of Apathies. Cobalt Spellkin can give us more Wave of Apathies, though. Huh. I'll start this off with a Raise Dead. See what I can find. Ideally, not getting back a 6-mana 6/6 with Taunt. Just the 6-mana 6/6 ball. But it's, not the best. Also, I'm not going to say anything about this art, but how did they let this get through? Let's see, we have 8 cards in hand. Let's play Cobalt Spellkin and see what it gives us. See the options it provides. Cloning Device, Mind Vision, basically the same card. What's the best way to get past this thing? Is there a good way to get past it? See, it's 9 health, 3. I guess we just do this, which feels kind of bad, but it's just kind of necessary, right? Yeah, play that so we don't mill. Into a Sludge Belcher, yeah. Double Taunt. That's something that is reasonable. This card is actually getting kind of popular, which does hurt this deck some. Kingsbane Rogue and Odd Rogue are so friggin' popular that playing a single unit that has 2 taunt, or has double taunting units is pretty important. Potion of Madness. That can get rid of one of the taunts. Let's see, how do we best... We can play Northshire, and then what else can we play out? That's easy. We can play Radiant Elemental. And then we can play this to draw 2 cards. Looking for Divine Spirits. We again miss. We can play a Shadow Visions. We don't want to mill anything. So I'm going to play these... I'm going to play Cloning Device first. Let's see what we can discover. Youthful Brewmaster. Huh. That's kind of interesting. It's something we can play. So that might just be the pick. Zola's also interesting. I feel like it's kind of awkward. Youthful Brewmaster also feels kind of awkward, but I can play it, so I'll take it. Well, let's play Mind Vision, see what we can get. Prize Vendor, that's definitely not what we want. Yeah, I just don't want to overdraw. So let's go here. And then we'll go here. It trades it off, but that happens. Is there a good way to trade into that? Not really. So I'll trade in there, go face with this, and then I'll play this, I'll bounce, I'll just bounce this into my hand. Maybe I should have bounced a Northshire there. Oh no, this doesn't, this does Blood Helpless Mill. Because we return a creature, what am I saying? Oh my god, that was so dumb. Oh no. I feel bad for everybody that has watched me totally punt. Oh no. Well, it's not a super punt. We just mill. We have 2 Rate Divine Spirits, and we need to find ideally both of them. And we are leaving ourselves open to mill 1 here. Which is less than ideal. What was the way around that? Was it to just like Raise Dead dump something out? It might have been Raise Dead dump something out. I don't know. Oh no! Okay, that's an okay burn. We don't care about that. We don't care about that. Hopefully, we do not burn Divine Spirit here. But it's getting increasingly more likely. That's for sure. Oh no, can they kill that? That's pretty good. That deals some good damage where they want to have damage dealt that allows them to kill 2 3/1s here. Which is pretty good. Time grows short. Please don't burn Divine Spirit. Okay, we burn Cleric of Scales, which is basically Divine Spirit, but not technically. I'll play a Shadow Visions first, looking for, yep, Divine Spirit. Need extra copies of that card immediately. What do we need to deal 25? We have to play another card out so that we can heal this up to 5, and then we double to 10, and then we double to 20, 22, 23. It's close, but not close enough, but they already played Reno, so they likely can't come back from that anyway. Yeah. Let's try it. Let's go here. Let's attack there. Let's heal this up. Hit Cleric of Scales, hit Divine Spirit. Okay. Oh shit, this could find us Apotheosis, which could help us get lethal, right? Oh, another Divine Spirit. Pog, yep. Whoops, let's not time out. Nothing to see here, just a 40 ball. I did not deserve that win. I don't know, that was a really clunky one. I made a good amount of misplays, but was able to get there in the end. And that's another example where it's like having Cleric of Skills was kind of huge because all our Divine Spirits were on the bottom, so having extra ways to discover them mattered a lot that game. At least in the end there, so. Anyway, that wraps up this section. Gonna move over to some Battlegrounds. Try and figure out the new metagame. See what is good. See what is bad. What is bad will probably be what I end up playing first. But yeah, let's see what we got going on. It's really good Inner Fire Priests games, all things considered. Like, the last 2 times I played it on stream, it was... I guess technically, I think it was last time was the only time I played on stream, but it was basically like an hour and a half of losing with Inner Fire Priest. And we were able to turn it around and find some interesting wins with it there, which felt good because it's an interesting deck. You know, it has potential for sure. It's not rewriting history or anything. It's not broken and wild, but it has some options, you know. I wonder. There's no way. Does it see this anyway? I wonder how I can do that. Whoops, that's my camera. Don't want to turn that one off. Battlegrounds, HSP play Google Chrome. Interesting. I don't think there's a way for that to work the way I want it to. This is dog shit. It's about the worst shop you can get. But I'm going to take this one. Flurgle is very fun. Flurgle is very, very fun. It's actually... whenever I get a cat, I want to name it Fungalmancer Flurgle. Because I loved forcing Murlocs so much. And I would have chosen it if there wasn't Elise. But like currently on HS Replay, Elise's win rate is like, it's like the single hero in tier 1. Or you could say that it's like the only tier S hero and everything else is below it. So I went ahead, picked Elise. But yeah, Flurgle is very fun. I picked Flurgle probably a lot more than I should, but I love playing it. It's fun to force Murlocs. And back whenever Murlocs was Giga Broken with, what's it called? The 6 tier beast that adapts. It was really nice to take Flurgle. Flurgle kind of filled this spot where whenever everybody was fighting over Bran with Murlocs, because you had so much access to Murlocs, you like basically didn't need Bran. Because you were just so consistent at finding all of your pieces. That's fine. Yeah, they have that. Oh my god, I feel so dumb. I forgot they nerfed recruitment map back to 3 mana. When did that went live? I remember them announcing this. I know this went live. I feel like a dummy. Yeah, okay. So sorry. When recruit map was 2 mana, which I thought was still live, or like I thought that change hadn't happened yet, it was broken. That change has happened, so this hero is not that great, so I feel bad that I didn't take Flurgle. However, we have a token start, so we're going to be okay. I'm actually just going to take this 3-4, because I think it's stronger than the average. It's more stats than the average 3-drop. Yeah. Apologies for taking Elise and defending it as super broken. That was pre-recruitment map change.
I think you can win this thing.
Nothing to see here, just punts. Punts live at twitch.tv and on YouTube, LOL. Hey, at least that's a win. But they're on my Ev, so they usually like lose the first 2 turns and then they kind of pop off after that. Or they pop off in a couple other turns, depending on how many tokens they can find.
Your minions really pulled
All
their
right.
weight.
What do we want to buy? We have Menagerie here, so I think I'm gonna take Menagerie Mug and Spawn. Actually, I think Spawn's a little better than this.
That might make all the difference.
And yeah, full 3/3 buff with this is pretty nuts. So, gonna go with that. Huh. Kat, have you heard about all the stuff that's going on with the whole core set coming out, and how it's like classic and basics moving a while, but there's also like changes that are happening, like cards they're nerfing some stuff and they're buffing some things that were normally in classic and basic, and those are being changed even for wilds, which hurts some deck because there's like combo decks that that no longer function because like Blue Glow Warrior was changed, so the Murloc OTK and Wild doesn't work anymore. And there's some interesting stuff like that. It's causing quite a stir. A lot of people are not a fan of it in Wilds, and I understand. I'm not really a giant fan of it either. I'll Hero Power and then discover a 3-drop here. Hopefully something good. Nothing really does anything here except for a Hangry Dragon. So I'm going to take that, and we're playing against Rag, who looks kind of strong, but hopefully they're not as strong as us, and we start growing this Hangry Dragon. Yeah, I'm kind of excited, but I also don't need to spend more money on this game. Also wanting to see why spells are getting labeled now as like Holy or Shadow. Yeah, it's pretty interesting. Yeah, it's something definitely, like, it's exciting, but also scary, you know? Like, it's nice that nothing got super nerfed, but it's kind of scary thinking about how certain decks could just be like nerfed or just like written off the face of the planet for a full year because they get nerfed to be playable in standard if they're too strong in wild. But it is exciting that there's a big change happening, obviously. Like, changing up the core set for standard is huge, right? It's going to be a huge change, be lots of fun to try out.
Keep up the momentum, friend.
Yeah, so I think the reason they did Holy and Shadow is just to have a little bit more depth in card design availability. There's that one Shaman card that I think it's Nature is what Shaman gets, and it's like Nature spells get +3 spell damage, which if you could tag that onto like Lightning Bolt and Crackle, would be giga broken, right? That would just be nuts. But I think it's it doesn't get, like, most of the burn spells that go face are not Nature, so it doesn't affect those. So it's not like basically a 4-mana Malygos. So it just allows them to design different cards. They've been talking up about how they're going to introduce some Shadow Reaper Anduin stuff this year. So that might have something to do with all the shadow spells mattering. Huh. We're playing against Greybow. Could play this. Leveling's kind of off, but I kind of like doing it so that we can just try and buy 3 strong 4s next turn. So I think I'm going to level, and then I'll hold on. I don't think it's worth selling 2 for recruitment map, because we do have the spawn. So I'm just going to roll. None of these are that good, so I'll let it happen. Yeah, it's just interesting to see for sure. Do you think you're going to be playing some Classic when it comes out? Wow, Greybow already has a Light Fang. That's nuts. I mean, thankfully they only had 2 unit types, but holy shit, that's insane. It's also really insane with those. That's actually kind of insane. We still win though, right? We don't. Yeah, we guarantee win here. Phew. Hangry Dragon keeps growing. Feels good, man. Now we're rank 4. Depending on who we play, we might just force level to 5, honestly. Fighting Ysera.
Keep up the pressure.
I'm at 36. I'm just gonna force level to 5 and find a build around. Oh, for sure. That's what I'm most excited for. Nice, yeah. I'm also super excited for it. I made a video of like going over the best deck for each class, and I'm slowly working on another one that I'm definitely gonna get out before the format drops, of like the, other tier 2 options. Tier 2 or tier 1 options that are slightly worse than other class decks. And yeah, it's pretty interesting. You know, definitely interesting. There's a lot of it has a lot of things going for it that I think people don't realize. Yeah, we'll just level and then we can use these next turn. These are close, but I don't think they're good enough. It's it only existed for like a little bit over a month because the set was originally released was it May 30th, and then Curse of Naxxramas was dropped on July 22nd, and there were a couple nerfs that were actually put in place whenever whenever the game was released. So for one, we didn't have like statistics and tracking. We didn't have HS replayer and deck trackers, so things that we thought were good might be terrible. Two, it was such a small time existing that, you know, there are plenty of things that could have been unexplored. And also, kind of like a 3, but combined with the other one, is that just because there's so little people, originally there's so many more eyes on it, so there's so many more so many more ways that could be discovered, right? Ways to play the game optimally. Alright, ideally we'll find a Bran and everything will be right with the world. We didn't get there. My life is a lie. Who do we play against? We played against Elise, playing against it was a Sarah. But they have a lot of crap, so I don't really want Murazond. Razorgore is kind of awkward, but it might just be a take here, honestly. I think it's better than Nomi. Nomi, I really don't like Nomi. I don't like Nomi unless you have 2. So, yeah, I'm gonna do that. Let me discover a 4-tier unit. Draconid Enforcer is good with Razorgore, but I don't know. Is that worse or better than Defender of Argus? I think it might be better. These are all kind of crappy units that we want to replace, so I think it might be better. Menagerie Jug is kind of interesting. Let's see, we're gonna play out these 2. Sell this. Yeah, I like Menagerie Jug enough, I think. It's close, but yeah. Play it out. Sell it. Recruitment map. All this sucks. I guess I'll take a Lift Guardian, but I'm not putting it in play over anything. Then play a Draconid Enforcer. And, yeah, we might go Dragons. I don't know. If we win, we're probably going to force level again.
I think you can win this thing.
Audible Elements. I was thinking about it, but it might be good in this new meta, but I know in last meta, something that I learned from watching a lot of Dog is that the best card to audible to elementals is the Gentle Djinn, the card that gives you other elementals, because it kind of gives you a consistent flow of things that work together. And the problem that Nomi has is that it's not really good as a win condition until you get 2 of them. Because the buffs don't add up quickly enough. Now, this format is slower, so that might be different. I could have tried it out. I probably should have, but I felt like Razorgore is a little bit safer just to help us try and get somewhere. We did lose, but we can hero power, sell, and map. So none of these are great. This is probably insanely greedy, but like, why else do you play this game other than to be greedy? I'm just gonna sell this elemental. Again, here's Little Rag, but Little Rag is not as good as Gentle Djinn. Amalgadon triggers twice. We have Demons and Beasts. We also have Mechs. So I think this is maybe just an Amalgadon here. If we don't roll Poison, we can take Primal Fin Lookout. Yeah, I think Amalgadon's a little bit stronger than Little Rag. There's no way to give us more adapts here. It's always going to be 2. Oh, well, it got Poison. I think I'm still going to freeze Primal Fin in case I find another Amalgadon. Buy it, roll, look for some, let's see, what are they on? They're on Murlocs. Oh, geez. I'll go like this. But yeah, buy it, and then roll for Brand before I play anything. We could just die here. It's unlikely because they're on Murlocs. But now that we're 6, we're rolling for 6 drops, so we can hit that we're 28 to lose here. Holy shit. Yeah, they're really strong. They have like random 5 drops, and they have one of these in play, so they're not really playing. They don't have a bunch of 1 drops in play. That was terrible because we needed that to trade there. Hopefully that doesn't trade into our 12-12. It did not. Hopefully that value trades. It did. Okay, so I think that means, yeah, we're totally alive. Totally alive. Nothing to worry about. Now let's roll into some busted 6 drops. Yeah. It might be totally bad to force level in this meta. Could be terrible. Anyway, I'll buy that roll. None of these look that good. None of these look good enough. I might have to take boat here, but I think I have enough things to sell, especially with the Murloc we get off of this, that I don't think I have to take boat just yet. That might be a lie, actually, because everything kind of sucks here. Let me sell Spawn, play this. If this shows me Toxfin, I can Toxfin this. If it doesn't, alright, we can take Amalgadon 100% of the time. I think I'm not going to buy boat, and I'm going to keep rolling.
Better hire a recruit while you can.
These are not great. These are also not great. I'll roll one more time. There's a Gar, which is an elemental that goes with a Amalgadon. It kind of goes with a Amalgadon, not really though. Yeah, I'll sell this, and then I'll buy this, and this will give me an extra adapt. Actually, we get an extra adapt from that anyway, but this is fine. Wait, what am I saying? Yeah, I'm just gonna buy that and sell that, because who cares? Because I want to have this in play before I play this. We didn't find anything. Both these got poison. We haven't found the 2/4 with Divine Shield and Magnetic. So that's pretty awkward because we have 2 Amalgadons that are primed for it. Hopefully we don't die here. We're 77 to die. We're probably just going to die. But maybe we don't just die. That was a bad attack for us. That attack probably guarantees our death. That one too. Yeah, these are pretty garbage tier attacks. I'm not going to lie. That was also the absolute worst attack that I could make. That was also pretty bad. Yeah, it happens. Went kind of hard in the paint for a force level here. Which is probably just too greedy. I don't know, it's hard. Like, whenever the Dark Moon prizes were in, it was so rare for people to survive that long. Okay, yeah, so 2 other people died whenever I died. But, actually, let me move. I didn't even think about that. Let me move my... whoops, I shouldn't. I can't move it because I have my drop shadow on. JK LOL, act like nothing happened. I was saying, let me move this over off to the side, but I'll do that later. Yeah, make another one, yeah, so that I'm not blocking up the characters, but it's not that hard to figure out who died. Now, my face does turn, like, super white. Yeah, I tried messing around with the contrast some more, but I don't know if it worked too well. But yeah, sorry, talking about the Battlegrounds and what's good and what's not. It's so rare for people to be alive so long. I know, I think my first game I played, it went like pretty long. I had Lightfang in play for like 4 turns. I think it was at least turn 12. And I died in 8th on turn 12. It might have been turn 13. And it was just like, what is happening? You know what I mean? Like, that's just so insane because that just didn't exist for a long period of time. Like, not that that could never happen, but it would be exceedingly rare. And I've had similar games since where just everybody's into the long term. You know, you get to turn 16 like kind of regularly in the finals, which is just nuts. What's the most fun hero? I'll let you pick the hero, Cat. What are we playing? I'm not super attached to any of these. I'm gonna highlight Silas in case I don't see your message in time. Yeah, I went ahead and move the Silas there. Silas is technically the highest rated one on it has the highest average placement, so that kind of works, I guess.
Ready to get started?
Interesting. We got 2 of these. That's what's up. Rock Pooley Boy. Is that better than this? I think they're pretty close. They could have the 2/2 with taunt, or the 2/1. Either way, it trades with this, and we beat the 2/2, so I'm gonna go for that. Definitely try to pick ones up here that have prize tickets on them. Let me have them to my... Sure. Maybe.
got some fresh recruits for you.
Let's see what I got going on here. Yeah, it's just level. It's not strong enough that it wants us to go off curve. Yeah, unsure, let's see here. Elementals and beasts are out. Okay, so we can still make perfect Amalgadons. But beasts and elementals are definitely some strong comps, at the moment. So with both of those gone, we're probably looking at dragons. And then by extension, kind of like a menagerie type dragon builds. Oh wow, double red whelp, that's... Wow, yeah, I mean that beats us for sure, but they didn't level, so... I'm okay with taking 3. It happens.
Any defeat that doesn't destroy you.
Interesting. Is it worth... So we can sell level, take our wallops, and then buy 2 units, discover a 3-drop, or we can sell, buy 2 units, discover a 2-drop, and you can have 3 units in play. But then we won't be tier 3. I think it's better to sell level. At least more interesting, but we'll see what happens.
I think you can win this thing.
Yeah, not too bad. Taking 5 damage is probably pretty normal and average there. Also, playing against last place kind of made that more of a realistic possibility. I mean, yeah, we take both of these because we have to, I think. Like, the ticket being on Micro Machine is like, this is the worst unit in the game right now. Like, literally the worst unit in the game. So that's pretty hilarious. Hopefully this is a good card. Warden of Gold is 110% what we were looking for there. Probably still lose, but we can maybe start turning it around next turn. Starting to look at a relatively decent-sized board.
Keep up the momentum, friend.
That was a bad trade for us. That was also a bad trade for us. That was also a... that was an okay trade. That wasn't the worst. It could have been worse if we attacked in here. We're at 24 though, which really sucks, but hopefully with this gold we can kind of turn it around for us.
Battle is really raging out there.
Wow, okay. Yeah, we actually just sell this, use the coin, and then we just buy all 3 of these.
That's what I would have picked.
And before we play this one, we want to play this in case we discover a demon. We did not, but we scored a Bronze Warden, which is a pretty good unit, so... So we kind of turned it around there a little bit. Pretty good units, honestly. Now we're on par. We can go level buy next turn, level to 4 buy a card. So then we're still kind of like a turn ahead, sort of. Which looks pretty good. Whew.
You're doing great out there.
Wow, so they have... Okay, yeah, so Deck Tracker says we're 98.3 to win, which feels good, man. The hero-powered spawn and the Waxfire Talk Waggle that was triggered is a little bit scary there, but it worked out for us. I have a pretty good level buy turn, I think. Ooh, that's really good too. That gives us an additional 3 gold. That's a really good unit to hit.
Like where you're going with this.
Let's just remove this. I don't think it's worth buying this pair. It's a pretty bad pair. So I'm gonna roll. looking to sell, buy. That Nathrezim Overseer is pretty neat. This is a very good card, but we have no other Murlocs, so it's not actually a good buy. But Nathrezim, is that better than this? This actually gives 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. This gives +7, +7 in stats. That's better than +4, +5, so I'm gonna buy that. It's less permanent, but I think we're at 24. We're really just trying to survive. Like, as long as we can survive, we'll make it. Let me move this around like that. Yeah, this will definitely. If this doesn't die, I feel like shit, right? But we're not that strong that our first 3 units are gonna need everything they have in play. What are you? What are your rating in BG? At the moment, I'm like, I think I'm 66k or 6.6k. I'm not broken or anything. Like, I'm not insane. I just like to screw around in it as a format. I'm not a guru of the format at all. I mean, I do try to listen to gurus of the format, though. I do try to listen to the dogs of the world to try and get better. But yeah, I'm at 6.6. I float around like there, and whenever I have the format figured out, I usually float around like 7k. But I'm really unsure how to do this new format, how to play optimally. So I've been doing a lot of falling behind overall, really. None of these units are good, but I'm playing against Sarah. It's probably gonna be strong as shit. Or are they level 5, level 4? They have 2 triples though. Oof. Yeah, I don't think I can level just yet. I can buy Warden of Gold. It is a pair, and it also is a ticket, so that's pretty neat. This is a pretty bad ticket, so I'm gonna roll past it. It's good in late game, but it's not good right here. It's pretty bad right now. This is also pretty bad, but I'm gonna take it so I get my Discover. This is bad. I'll take a Security Rover. I'll sell that to roll to see if I can find something. I don't like any of these cards. I still don't like any of those cards. It feels pretty awkward. I think this is the best lineup I could have in play. Actually, these should maybe be swapped, but I think this is. Actually, no, Security Rover might be better than South Sea Captain, but it's pretty close, I think. We're definitely like not hitting any good build arounds, but we are 72% to win this, which is a feels good, man. That is definitely the worst attack they could have had, for us at least. Best for them, worst for us. But we should still be okay. Ideally. We also have 3 golden coins, so we're definitely leveling this turn, I think. That was really good for us. Yeah, is this a tie or a win? Yeah, it's a tie. Okay. Wow. I would have assumed they were significantly stronger. But I guess they're not 5, so they're not tripling into Caligos, so it's kind of like whatevs. Oh, wow, that's a triple. Yeah, I'll take that. Then I'll take that. And then if we're looking at 5, we have like Caligos. Dread Admiral Eliza is also kind of nuts with these. Yeah, because of Dread Admiral as well, I'm gonna triple coin, level, discover a 6. While spending its last place, which kind of allows us to do this. Caligos, alright. We have 3 different minion types, so Amalgadon's kind of greedy. We also have 0 dragons as the issue. Actually, that's a lie. We have Bronze Warden. We do have Bronze Warden. Yeah, it's turn 8. I think it's early enough to pick Caligos. Let's see if we can roll into some good dragons and stuff.
The fate of the world hangs in the balance.
I'll just do that for now. This is it's pretty close. I don't want to waste the gold and just rolling and freezing, so I'm gonna leave it as it is. This is not optimal positioning. This should be farther up, but playing a little bit loose and goose there. They are, yeah, they're so weak. I say that, but they're actually 88 to win. Oh, that's because of these. These are why they're likely to win. Because they had early Red Whelp shots that looked really, really good. That's why they're so likely to win. Yeah, and we attacked it. Yeah, okay. I believe it now. Yeah. Makes sense to me. Don't attack there. They attack there. Yep. Okay. Yeah. These are why they're so likely to win the game, because their units line up good into ours, and these just close the door so quickly. Yeah, not the worst loss though. And now we have our own Caligos, so we're gonna overtake this person as a Dragons player pretty quickly. Got a lot of mixed minions boards, obviously some Dragons boards, yeah, some Murlocs, some Pirates, but alright, playing somebody that far up, not amazing for us. This is a battle cry that also gives us a Darkmoon prize, so I'm gonna buy it. And now we're just looking for other dragons as well. This is also a battle cry that gains us gold. I'll buy Hank because it's literally just a dragon, which is what I need right now. Razor Gore's nuts.
Go big or go home, I always say.
I'm done with these Wardens of Gold. Oh, we should have eaten this, right? That's close, probably. It's close though. Let's look for. We maybe should have taken that. Oh shit, that's awesome. Yeah, let's buff this. We sold a triple there, which might have been bad, but I really want to discover this 5 here.
Another satisfied.
Brand. Okay, we got the brand. Phew.
You're doing
Less than optimal turn. But I think we're okay. We could just die here though. We're not super likely to die. So I'm gonna hope that we're okay. Positioning is not great, but we have the brand. We have battle cries. These trades are not going. That's a pretty good trade for us. That's also pretty okay. Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, we're not dying. We're not dying here. We're totally okay. It's totally cool. Now we have a brand. Yeah.
your minions really pulled their weight.
God, I wish I had anything with taunt. This would be nuts with brand, but I'm gonna have to pass on it for now. This is a battle cry, so I'll take it. This is nuts because it's a nuts dragon debuff, and that is a battle cry that gets doubled. So I'm gonna sell out of this spot, play this. Oh, geez, I guess I have to sell another dragon if I want to get this in play, which means selling this. But this is gonna be a 17/17. I can't possibly do that, right? So maybe we just hold on to this to triple. That's close. That's really close. We're gonna play 3 battle cries here, so this is gonna get +3, +3. So it's gonna be a 5/4. So then that's 10. That's close, but it's not close enough. I think Hank is then the worst dragon here, because this is too damn big. So we can't realistically get rid of that one. Actually, do we want to buff this? That's close, but not close enough. I'm just gonna buy this for Amalgadon later.
Make all the difference.
Let's see. Oh, they didn't have a. They're not mechs. So we didn't need a bumper there, but this is totally okay. Yeah, playing a little bit fast and loose here. I did not consider how much harder this was going to be trying to talk through my plays, though. But it's okay, we're trying, we're doing okay. This game's looking pretty good. Like we're already killing people, we're doing better than last time, we're on our way up. On our way up. Let's see, we might be leveling to 6 here, depends on who we play against. Ysera, that's scary. How many triples do they have? They still have 2. They're on 5, though. They had 2 triples before, though, right? That was this game? I'm pretty sure. Which means that they don't have Caligos. That means it's impossible for them to have Caligos. So I think we're totally fine. I think we have nothing to worry about then. Let's discover a 5-drop, see what we can get. This is a battle cry that doesn't actually count as a battle cry, which is really awkward, but it does help us get triples, so we're going to take it. And then we'll roll looking for said triples. This is a battle cry that's also a dragon. It's nuts. This is a battle cry that also buffs multiple things, so it's also kind of nuts. Let's see what we can find here. That's triple brand. We 110% want that card. There's no good way to get that without selling off most of the battle cries anyway, is there? We can sell off this piece. We are not in need of that. We can have that happen. We can have this happen.
That's a great play. I can't wait to see this shake out.
I guess Dread Admiral, that's nothing good there. Play this. Move this back, because they're dragons, they're not, they don't have divine shields. Oh, that should be a little bit farther back, but now they have Golden Brand, we can kind of go more towards a Menagerie type build. Oh, they do have Caligos. Oh, geez, this is a pretty close one, actually. They're not likely to kill us, though. They only have 9.2% chance to kill us. I thought that was... So that was last game. Okay, so they had 2 triples. One of them was a Caligos, but... With our Golden Brand here, we're gonna pop off really hard. It's sad that we missed on our 6s. Amalgadon was great there. Caligos was great there. Nadina was fine. You know, not bad for sure. So a little bit awkward, but wow, that's a tie. That's nuts. 12.7%. Guess it's not the most unlikely thing to happen, right? Caligos isn't shit. Yeah, Caligos would have been nuts. Okay, we 100% buy this. Yeah, what's going on, Clint? Yeah, Caligos would have been the nutter butters there. This nets us gold, right? Battlecry trigger 3 times. Yeah, it does. That's cute and nuts. It also is a Battlecry, but yeah, it cost reduces that by 3. Which is pretty insane. I'm not going to level just yet, because I think we need to look for more Battlecries immediately. But it's close. Let's buy another one. Actually, we are leveling this turn. That's hilarious. And we'll roll for a triple, or a Battlecry. I guess I'll take Nathrasium Overseer here. What's going on, Clint? How's it hanging? Probably gonna play another Battlegrounds game after this, then I might close it out. Is it worth selling these for this? Yeah, it is. It's worth playing out these. Dread Admiral sucks. It's bad. Nobody likes it. No need for it. Yeah, the Jug's not perfect because we don't have 3 different types, but we didn't find an Amalgadon, so it's kind of just what happened. We also randomly have a 32/32 demon. Opponent is mixed minions. They could have a taunt. With Divine Shields, we're going to put a buffer here, and then we're just going to follow strongest to weakest. Yep, something like that. Yeah, feels pretty good. Feels good to have a slightly better game this time, even though I made a couple misplays. By the way, Clint, how like red and white does my face look? I thought I had the levels looking pretty good earlier, but I'm not sure anymore. Because it looks kind of awkward from this side. And Kat was in here earlier. I don't know if she still is. But yeah, Kat said that if I was looking kind of either yellow or white, depending on if I was looking away or looking at the camera. Also, my opponent had a nuts boat, so it looks like they're going to 8.3% kill us. Let's see, did they kill me? Did they just whole ass kill me? Are they 4.2%ing me? I think they're 4.2%ing me. Yeah. Alright. Oh, it's one of those nights? Alright, that's fine. We got 4... you can't see it, and there's no way for me to make you see it, and I'm sorry. Because my OBS is really wonky. But I have Deck Tracker open, and they were 4.2% to beat us. If I play Battlegrounds again, which I might not, I'll try and figure out a way to get it open. I know just using like window or display capture does not work well for me at all. My OBS cannot handle it if I do that. Let's play another game, see what we can get going on. Your lighting is a little inconsistent. The level looks different depending on where your head is. Yeah, the software I have is that like the auto OBS software is not the best. So like I look over to, this is my second monitor is over here as my laptop. My main monitor's here, right? And like I look there because that's where my chat is, and that's where OBS is that I use to check on it. So whenever I do that, my face gets white as fuck because it like doesn't work. But if I'm looking forward, I think is when it looks the most natural. Which honestly, the easiest fix to that is going to get lighter or softer bulbs, more dim light bulbs. I'm gonna play Ticketus, because Ticketus is fun, and we're the only one that gets Darkmoon prizes, so that's neat. Yeah, I got like the brightest ones possible because I was just like DIYing it, and then yeah, I didn't realize how bright that actually was. I have like a wrapping paper, tissue paper, to like diffuse the lights to make it less harsh, make it more soft. But it's just so bright that it just kind of doesn't matter. Messes me up a little bit in the face area. These are both close. I think I'm gonna go with this one. We're not likely to care about the dragon tag going long, so I don't know. Also, I get 4.2% out in 4th place, so all my opinions might be wrong.
Don't tell the others. I'm rooting for you.
I don't know. This new meta is kind of interesting. I'm not sure exactly what is the best. Yeah, sure, we trade. Either way, we would have traded with the dragon too. It's interesting deck swabby, but I think the best thing to do is level. If there was 2 deck swabbies, I would freeze and I would sell buy swabby, because it is, I think, the best 1-drop triple to help you win the game. It helps you just helps you power level to levels 5 and 6 so quickly, because you get the 2 discounts from the first 2 you play, and then the second one discounts additional 2. So it's basically like a triple that all in total gives you 4 gold, but it's still like a not bad studded unit for a 1-drop, right? It's a 2/2. There's worse. There's Micro Machine, right? Like,
You're doing great out there.
it's a pretty good one.
The battle is really
Ugh.
raging out there.
Well, I guess the strongest thing to do here is take Steward of Time and Wax Rider Togwaggle, so that's what I'm gonna do.
Up a goal.
Not my favorite play. I could have leveled, but I'm getting a Darkmoon Prize next turn, so I don't think I really need the level, you know? Darkmoon Prize that like gives my whole board +1/+1 is a lot better when I already have units in play, instead of when I force level, so I think with the Darkmoon Prizes, it's not worth force leveling here. The main thing is by the time we get, what is it? It's either the second one or the third one. I think it's the second one. We ideally want to be like tier 5, tier 6 to get the what is it called? The the one that discovers one from this one from your current tavern tier. That one's pretty good.
Your minions really
Let's see what we get here. Not amazing. I gotta go with Gotcha Gift though. There is. How many tokens are in? Murlocs and Beasts are out, but its Elementals are in, so I'll take that one. We did not get that, but we got a deck swabby, so I'll take the gold advantage there. Do I want to level, sell, buy, or do I just want to buy? Actually, yeah, let's just, I mean, I'll do it this way. I'll sell level. I'll throw the banana here because we have the Wax Rider Togwaggle, so this being bigger is pretty relevant for us. But yeah, that's pretty nuts that we just leveled again. It's turn 6. It's a pretty hit of schedule. That was the worst possible attack for us. Yeah, because that makes our Wax Rider Togwaggle dead. So yeah, that did not look good at all. That was a massacre. We were 100% to lose, but it yeah, that did not look too good.
raging out there.
We're playing against Patches. Jeez, why can't we play against people at the bottom of the ladder like us? If we did, I'd almost consider leveling here again. But I think that's like a wee bit too greedy. I also think Bronze Warden's a good card, so I'm just gonna take it. This would be good if we had any mech. Like, literally any mech, and this would be a great card. But we have no mechs, so can't take it.
Better hire
And there's another one. But here's a Elemental pair, which is a pretty solid pair to get, so feels okay. We'll probably be not as strong as Patches the Pirate, but the board only says they have three pirates last turn. So they might not be super giga strong.
Keep up the momentum, friend.
Let's see what they have. We're looking at... we're 57.2 to win, 23.3 to lose, so it feels good, man. Feels good, man. Yeah, that card's great for us. Oh, wow, yeah, they're just... they cannot stop activating our Wax Rider Togwaggle. Holy shit. Oh, wow, this looks... Wait a minute. Are we losing this? Can they attack? Oh, that was really close. That was really close. If this attacked the pirate, then they had 2 1/1s and I had an X1. So that was actually, they were pretty close to clutching that there.
You're good at this.
None of these cards are good, so yeah. We're playing against King Mukla. I'm just gonna accept that it's only gonna face me against first, second, and third. So I'm just gonna go ahead and take my L's, take my force level here, and I'll buy a Hank because it's a dragon, which Wax Rider Togwaggle cares about. Gonna buff this from now on because this is the best thing to buff. Did I throw this? No, I only threw 1 here. Yeah, that's right. Okay, see. If I threw 2 here, 1 when I had this, I would feel really bad. But this one, they have 3 dragons. Oh wow, so they almost certainly have a buffed up Bronze Warden. Maybe not, but that's likely what that means. They are still sitting at tier 3. They're not leveling this turn, so even though we'll be taking damage, we're a lot we'll ideally with our force level be a lot closer to our end game. But obviously that is dependent on what we roll into. Wow, they don't have one. They are likely to win this, which just makes sense. But yeah, that was a really terrible attack for us. That was okay attack. That's also okay for us as well. If we attack left, we're looking kind of okay. If we attack right, yeah. I say kind of okay. We're looking like we might not take like infinite damage. That was good for us. Attack left. That was huge for us. And they attack. Okay, that was the wrong attack. Wait, that's a win. What am I saying? It's nuts. We are 13% to win, so I guess I can't just sit here and say that I'm unlucky all the time then.
You're good at this.
Lamau. Why even is Khadgar in games without Murlocs or Beasts? Honestly, you can't even Khadgar off anymore, so this unit should be taken out of the game because there's no reason for its existence. Outside of like some weird buy time memes with Bronze Warden. But like, without Murlocs or Beasts being able to use it a little bit, it's like, what is going on here? What are we doing? This is a pair, but I don't think it's. I mean, like it was good earlier. It's good. Sorry, it is good early, but I don't think it's good here. So, can roll for 4-drop units. Any mech would make this card good, so I'm gonna buy it. We're pretty close to having to sell my Elemental pair. Looking for something better than this, ideally. I might have memed myself by not buying a mech. Okay, I kind of meme myself. I'm gonna buy this. I'm gonna buff here. This is a pretty low power level turn for not leveling, because we basically just picked up another one of these, but if we don't just take a shit ton of damage, we might be able to level again. Yeah, they got some big boys, so it's not looking amazing, not gonna lie. That was a very good attack for us. That was a good attack for us. That was bad for us, of course. Attack left, attack. Oh, that was bad for us. Yeah. That was pretty bad. And then the middle attacks, yeah. I mean, I say it's pretty bad. What are they, level 3 still? They're level 4, so 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. It's not that bad. We're at 20, 26. I feel okay. I feel okay. Ooh, that's a triple. Discover a minion from your opponent's last opponent's warband. Those are all. Oh wait, who do we fight? We fought Cthulhu. There's potentially a Bronze Warden and then a Battlecry. That's really meh. Give something +5/+5 in time. I think we have to take that one. This is a triple. You want to triple into a 5 or a 6 this game. Elementals and dragons are in, so I'm gonna triple into a 6. Yeah, what do I sell? Huh. I guess just this. Because we can't sell either of these. And I think these are each better than this. So, yeah. Guess we're doing that thing. Oops, almost played the thing. Gentle Djinn. Alright, this is by far the best card. It also helps us maybe go towards elementals. So it's 100% take. I'm gonna play this here. And then I'm gonna sell this, buy this, and equip this to it. We're playing a unit down, but we want this to die as quickly as possible, so I'm gonna put it right there. This makes us the strongest we can, I think. Let me put that right there, actually. It's close. It's whatever. I think this is the strongest we can possibly be. And hopefully Gentle Djinn will give us enough elementals to transition. Wow, our opponent popped off with a brand. We're actually 97 to win somehow, but they popped off with a brand. That's a bad elemental, but it's something, right? Can they, like, attack our dragon? Thanks, bro. Can we attack middle? Oh, no, that's not the right thing. Oh, this is fine. Yeah, we win no matter what. Oh, they took 3 less than they needed to there. Murazond, what were they on again? That was... How am I so bad at remembering? Was Zephyrus. They had a Baran? It's basically, they don't elemental shit either. Yeah, it's kind of meh. We're at 26. Can we level here? I think we can level and start looking towards elementals. If we level, then Gentle Djinn can give us, Amalgadon and Little Rag and, what's it called? The elemental, Gar. It can give us Lieutenant Gar. So I think, leveling here is pretty okay. We can take our Wallop, because we're at 26. So, yeah.
Better hire a recruit while you can.
I'm gonna hold on to this banana because I think +1/+1 is not that much of a difference. And if we do go towards an elemental transition, then basically everything on the board except the Gentle Djinn will be replaced. I think it's kind of risky, or not risky, but it's worth saving. And if we die because something was 1/1 smaller, well, we definitely feel that. But I think that's pretty rare.
Of the momentum, friend.
So I think the upside, basically what I'm saying is that I think the upside of waiting outweighs the positive. This opponent also has an extremely weak board. That's kind of insane. Let's see what we can get. We got, that's a 4-drop. It's not the worst. Could be worse, for sure. That's really good for us, of course. That's also pretty good for us. These things are nuts. These things definitely help us survive. They didn't even bomb our Bronze Warden. Lulz. 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, 13? Okay.
Nice workout.
I mean, I buy this because it's a triple that costs 3 gold. I also might keep it if I don't find what I'm looking for, but this can help me find what I'm looking for. Another Gentle Djinn. Yeah, okay, this is definitely part of the transition plan. This is close, but not close enough. Also, oh no, I have my Discord notifications coming up. I'm sorry to anybody who maybe saw something kind of wacky there. Sometimes you can't help but laugh at yourself. Yeah, it's just a roll. Nothing busted here.
Better hire a recruit while you can.
That's close, but I don't think it's close enough. Like, we're looking for the 6-drop elementals, and we're just not finding them. Faceless is good. Faceless is very good. This is a potential triple here, but that's a really bad triple, so I think I'd rather just sell it, and then, yeah, keep doing this thing. Now I'm going to use these. Whoops. I kind of wanted to use both of those just to guarantee we survive, because we're playing against first place. But we're 94 to win, because for some reason everybody is super weak this lobby. Let's see if our Gentle Djinns can kind of hand us a win here. How bad do I feel? I feel kind of bad I didn't keep that triple. It would have required using our Faceless Tavern Goer, which is just absurd when you're already tier 6. So it felt like it was kind of meh. We also had 2 Gentle Djinns. Little did I know Gentle Djinns would show us 1 and 3 drops. So it might have been worth hedging our bets there. Hard to tell for sure. But we'll see. We'll see what happens. And none of this shit matters. Bran is interesting. I think I can buy it because I'm at 26. I don't think I need Defender Vargas because we already have so many taunts. Foe Reaper, I don't have the thing that magnetizes, so I'm going to pass on that. Okay, we have the Giga Nuts. Yep, so we're going to sell all the bullshit. Actually, we should have kept that taunt because of Strong Shell. That was a sloppy on my part, my bad. So we're going to do some pretty high level gameplay right here, where we're going to intentionally Faceless Tavern Goer this before we do it, because we do want to have a golden one and a non-golden one, because it's just so good. Oh shit, fuck me dude, there's so many. We also have a little rag, so we're kind of doing it. We'll take a Foe Reaper from the people who want Foe Reaper. We should have frozen that. Did I roll? I did roll. Oh no, Amalgadon! Ah, that's okay. It's whatever. We're going kind of quick there. This should not be first. This should be anywhere but first, because if it dies first, we do not get anything from it. Luckily, that one died. Oh no, not luckily, because then this... They attack here. Don't attack here, please. Ah, we kind of cucked ourselves there. It's totally okay. It's going to be okay. We tripled this. It's totally fine. I'm sorry, we didn't triple it, because this one got something, but yeah. It's okay. Don't worry about it. We have little rag. It's gonna be totally fine. Nothing to see here. We might lose this fight because of our positioning error, but in the grand scheme of things, we're fucking riding pretty. Like we're doing so good. Like yeah, sure they deal some damage to us. Who cares? We're probably gonna win the lobby, honestly. Which I know is probably the most arrogant thing I can say because I'm so bad at this game. But we kind of have everything set up. Make a random minion in Bob's Tavern Golden. Return non-friendly, non-golden minion to your hand +2 because they're discovering minion from Tavern Tier 6. That's close. That is really close. Let's see, we have 3 things we could sell and buy. 1, 2, 3. We could make Faceless Tavern Goer. Was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, we could make Faceless Tavern Goer golden, but that's kind of bad, I think. So we're just gonna top shelf, looking for more little rag. We missed, but who cares? That's fine. Take Faceless Tavern Goer, roll for elementals and things. No elementals, so we roll. No elementals, so we. What? Want to buy Menagerie? I don't think so. Oh geez, why did I do this to myself? Why am I always doing this to myself? Alright, now I'm gonna... Gotta play quickly. Did it get played? It got played. Alright, we wasted some gold. We kind of pogged off. We still have Gentle Djinn in the wrong spot. It's totally okay, we're not gonna die. And if we die, I accept that fate. Because I misplayed so badly. I say I misplayed so badly. It's not that I misplayed badly, I just mispositioned more than anything. There we go, we got a Lieutenant Gar, okay. That was a bad attack for us. Hopefully this summons something good. That was a terrible attack for us, and it summoned something not amazing. But it's okay. Yeah, that trades there. This is actually going fine for us, right? Because then that trades. That hopefully doesn't attack that. It did. So that means that we win, right? Oh no, those are 2 6s. We lose. That's fine. We're not dead yet. Alright. I'm gonna not screw this turn up, I swear. Clint, if you're still watching, I'm sorry that I give you Battlegrounds advice. Alright, this boy needs to move back. This is a triple, we buy that. We definitely buy that. This is a dragon. It's a pretty big dragon, but it's not big enough. So we're getting rid of it. We're playing this. And then we're playing this because it's a 30-22, which is kind of giga-broken. Another little rag. Is that better than our gentle gin? I think it is. I think since we already have 2 gentle gins, we can take the second little rag. Which means that Gar is getting the fuck out of here. Because it's not even almost big enough. This is cute for Faux Reaper, but, actually, no, that's cute enough, because this is a great thing to make huge. Yeah, what am I saying? Yeah, I'll take that. I'll take that every day of the week. Yeah, I'll go for that. I think that Bran has overstated stew. I don't think it's necessary at all anymore. So I'm gonna move past it. Holy shit, holy shit, holy shit, holy shit.
I didn't like that one either. Here's a gold for the trouble.
Okay, nothing that we could play there. We're positioned slightly better. We're positioned slightly better. We didn't get to play... Wait, what a minute? Oh, yeah, we played it. We got this. Okay, it's totally fine. It's totally fine. They attack that first, which is the worst for us. Wow, they really gigapogged off here, so... I talked a lot of shit, but I think we're actually gonna lose. They have a 120. Actually, no, we're totally fine. What am I saying? Wait, are we fine? If we go there twice, we did not. Oh, no! We were almost fine. That was close. Oh yeah, I'm still watching. I'm sorry that you get advice from me. I'm so bad at this fucking game. I'm better whenever I'm not having to talk about it, but I really did not evaluate how much harder it was to play this game while trying to talk about it. And so I had a lot of sloppy fucking turns. But either way, I survived. Let's see. It's two live for 2 hours and 57 minutes. I set out to stream for 3 hours. Clint, what do you want to watch me fuck around with and play? Whatever wild deck you want me to play, I'll play. If you are still watching from when you sent that message. Let me know. And I'll say in another minute and a half, I'll just pick something. Or another minute. A minute and a half is too much time. Come on. What am I saying? In another minute, I'll just pick something. Actually, let me get to the screen that's better. Tazdingo? We can play Tazdingo. We can definitely play Tazdingo. Let me see. Let me make sure the deck tracker is turned on again. Excuse me. See, it's currently still on inner fire. Oh yeah, it's starting to. Let me make it get all the way big. I'm having to manually use my deck tracker because it is having some problems. It is having a not good time recently. Let's see, how many... Is it one? Is it one? Is it this? No, Highlander Hunter, no. Highlander Spell. Maybe it's this one? Is this what I'm playing? Yeah, this is what I'm playing. Alright, yeah, here we go. Now it should be the correct deck on screen. Or it will, whenever that updates. Yeah, there we go. Alright. Playing against Shaman. I don't think Unleash the Hound's usually pretty good against them. Playing like even Shaman, it's not that amazing. Stitch Tracker, we're always keeping, because it's just extra copies of Reno, Zephyrus, and Yogg. Yeah, this ain't looking too bad. Looking like a pretty good lineup, honestly. Or, of cards. They're not on even Shaman. Which means if they're on big Shaman, we just lose. If they're on big Shaman, I'll play a game after this. because that's like a hilariously bad matchup. Murloc Shaman. Oh. Well, I'm just going to cycle my Flare because it has no other value. That's interesting. If it was normal Murloc Shaman, I would have said we have a pretty good matchup. But they're playing the quest because they want to outvalue control decks for some reason. So, yeah. That might be awkward. I think we have to Animal Companion to try and find Huffer to kill this, because this is too much value. Yeah, it's a Misha. That's close enough. Whatever, who cares? You can mark shot it next turn. Drawing Deathstalker is awesome, so hopefully that's good. What are they coining out for? Are they coining out Fishy Flyer? That is definitely a card you can play. Yeah. You can play that card. Alright, let's mark shot. Looks like for more board wipes. Which you don't really have in Hunter, but it's gonna be okay. Summon 7 1/1s with Rush. Ooh, I like that. I also like Quick Shot, though. What does next turn look like? Next turn is probably 2-drop plus 3-drop, so probably Wandering Monster and then either Stitch Tracker or Desert Spear. Turn 5 is undecided, probably the other 3-drop and the other 2-drop, maybe? I think I'm going to take Quick Shot. Stormy Locust is close, but it's not like guaranteed to wipe the board. And we already have Deathstalker lined up, so. Which is going to be our turn 6, assuming, depending on what our opponent does with their board. They call in the finishers. Alright, we have to Desert Spear here because they don't definitely, but they probably have the spell that gives all their minions +2/+2, but it cares about how many Murlocs you have. So we're gonna go boom. I'm not willing to quick shot one of these. I don't think it's that bad that I need to quick shot one of these. I'll just play Wandering Monster. Hopefully they attack in, triggers it, gives us a good beefy 3-drop. Feels good, man. If they just play another call in the finishers, we can go Deathstalker, Rexar, and wipe their board, which would be nuts. It'll be a pretty good tempo for us overall. They are pretty close to this though. Wandering Monster, not an X1. 4/4 with Taunt. Let's go. You gotta love summoning cards with negative battle cries off of secrets. It's kind of the best thing you can possibly do. That means Deathstalker is not a good play here because it doesn't really do anything. So that means we're looking for Stitch Tracker. I think Zephyrus is more important than Reno. Reno's good because, well, obviously it full heals us, but I think Zephyrus finding board wipes is a little bit more important for us in this deck because we don't really naturally have that many ways to wipe the board, so I'm gonna go with that one. I'm gonna attack here and just summon another Rushy Boy to have more units in play. Go face for the 4. We're kind of counter-smorking a little bit. I mean, they are the aggro deck, but they are lower than we are, and we do have a 4/3 in play that they can't immediately remove, so we might be kind of aggressive this game. Also, Zephyrus closes out really quickly. That's what's so nice about this version of Reno Hunter, because you can just, like, you're so good at counter-smorking, and you also have single cards, like Call of the Wild, a Grand Slam, and even Zul'jin that can play either of those. They're just like one-card counter-smork cards that just allow you to turn the game around super quickly. I guess we knew they had a Spectral Flyer there, so. And they have a RIP Bluegill Warrior. Rest in peace, Bluegill Warrior. We barely knew ye. Why wouldn't you trade the Bluegill into the, oh, it's because you're gonna hit, you know, you're gonna hit War Leader. You know, you're gonna. Okay. I forgot. Sorry. So the reason that they don't trade this into here and go here into here is because they know they're gonna hit double War Leader off of it, and when you know you're gonna hit double War Leader, it makes sense to make incorrect plays. Just high level thinking going on, but yeah, it makes sense. Trust me. All right, I'm gonna attack face. I'm going to rush a boy in here, and then I'm going to play a Deathstalker Rexar. And I'm going to play a Candle Shot. Let's see what we can do here. Oh god, I'm turning so red. Oh my goodness, I'm so sorry that the colors are so bad. Here, while my opponent's taking their turn, I'm going to try and minorly fix my, my face, because I am a fucking tomato, dude. Holy shit. I swear to God, I had it looking kind of decent earlier, but like, Jesus Christ. It's Jason Bourne. Like, damn. Okay, that's so much better. Yeah. Okay. Alright, now I don't look like a fucking Granny Smith Red Apple. Alright. You're playing against Einstein? Of course, yeah, like, they know they're gonna get there, right? So why would you not? What is this weapon? Your hero power becomes deal 2 damage. I'm not gonna lie. This card is bad. It's just not good. I'm sure you can make it good. But it's not good in my opponent's deck. It's not. I kind of think I'm just gonna call the wild here. Like, I could attack this in quick shot and hero power and play some kind of long game, but we kind of have call the wild into a grand slam like a turn later, so I kind of just like killing this. And hanging out. I mean, it does make sense. I mean, Einstein was ridiculed in his time, right? Some shit like that, so maybe my opponent is truly the Einstein of Hearthstone. Summon Huffer? Yup. I did trade with Huffer, which is kind of like a cardinal sin, but their deck probably plays Tox Fins, so it's better for the greater good, you know? Oh no, they have a Scargill. Oh jeez. Into a Magic Fin? This game just got really silly. Okay, shit. Well, I might have to Zephyr Swipe the board. Well, goddamn! I probably am gonna have to Zephyr Swipe the board. Jesus Christ. Oh my god, there's so much value. That's scary. And they get a random legendary, which they didn't play a card, so they don't get. That's funny. Wow. Yeah, so this is why you want more Zephyrus than Reno. Because Reno does not do Dicky McGeezax on this board. If we hero power at 7, we play this, we're at 5. We don't want Brawl, we just want full board wipe. Is there anything that full wipes the board? There isn't, right? Either way, like Mega Fin survives no matter how we slice and dice it. Unless we quick shot, which we probably should, huh? Because we Zephyrus, we have 7 left over, which will give us Blizzard. It will also give us Chaos Nova, probably. And Chaos Nova deals 4, and we can deal 3 to Mega Fin. Yeah, so we just go here. And then we have Zephyrus show us Chaos Nova. Little bit Akko Taco. What? Oh, okay. I was very confused there for a second. I was like, Shadow Flame only deals 3 with Zephyrus, but we have a Leok in play, so we actually deals more. The more you know. This game ain't looking too bad. I mean, our opponent, of course, has another Scargill, and is, of course, going to make an entirely new board that I can't easily remove. And, of course, we're going to Grand Slam. Actually, we could Zul'jin. Aw, damn, that was a... Ah, man, we should have taken a Brawl option. Or, no, we didn't. It didn't offer us Brawl, right? It didn't offer us Brawl. That would have been a good spell to replay with Zul'jin to wipe the board, huh? Motherfucker. Yeah, now they double Cold Light Seer. Damn it. We'll just draw Zephyrus, smile. Baited Arrow. That's like Zephyrus, but bad. Huh. What are the chances a Grand Slam is good? Actually, with Leok, it's kind of interesting, right? I'm gonna rip Grand Slam, and if I lose this game, I accept that loss.
That's incredible.
We didn't kill anything.
Which tracks to follow?
How could this happen to me? I've made my mistakes, got nowhere to run. Yeah, 10 mana do nothing. Alright. I'll play another game, because that game was silly. Not saying we should have won it, because it was probably a bad matchup for us with the fucking Megalodon quest, but I'll play another game. It's not even 4 o'clock yet.
Rexar versus Nemzi.
Let's have some fun.
Let the hunt begin.
Oh, yeah, I just saw that you just messaged me on Facebook. After this game, I'll shut down the stream and we can just hop in Discord or whatever. Playing as Warlock here. I'm gonna mulligan these, just because Petting Zoo on turn 3 after Secret is so good. So I'm gonna mulligan these, ideally looking for one of our secrets. We actually found Bear Trap, so that lines up pretty okay. Call of the Wild is good to coin into. Most Warlock decks are kind of bad matchups. Cthulhu the Shattered. So this is Meme Town, or it is... Okay, it's Meme Town. Oh, this is standard deck. This is deadass. There's a standard Quest Warlock. Quest Warlock, I think? It might not be on Quest, but it plays Cthulhu Finisher and it plays Demonic Studies with like a demon package. So I'm assuming this is a standard deck. It can also just be playing those cards in Wild, which is also kind of fine, really, so... Alright, I'll go Wandering Monster. I think I'm actually going to go Bear Trap to hold off on the Petting Zoo, unless they play something. If they play something to trigger my secret, then I'll play this. Oh, they actually just want a whole ass play 3 mana Void Caller. Okay, sure. Neat. I'll make 2 3/3s. Zoo is so hot, man. Bro, get out of here with Zoo. I don't like aggro decks. Aggro decks are cheat. JK lol.
We are friends now.
That's a 3-2. That kind of sucks. How'd they kill everything? What do they play? Hysteria? Nice. And they just attacked each other? That's cool. That's neat. Yeah, that's okay. I'll be alright. I'm a tracking. Hopefully not over multiple good cards. I guess I'll take Renling's Rifle. That's a pretty good card. I don't think it's worth playing this. I don't think it's worth playing this. I think pointing Renling's Rifle is the best thing. Because it generates value. Cat Trick is the best tier. Hopefully this isn't literally Doomguard. It's Enhanced Dreadlord. That's rough. I feel bad about that life decision now. I'm sorry that you came to watch this deck right now, Clint, because we're just gonna get it fucking put in our poopa really quickly. It's turn. My opponent's attacked me with a 5/7 with taunt, and it's their turn 5. And they just summoned a 6/6, and I'm trying to play a Baited Arrow. So yeah, ain't looking too good. I don't really want to take 5 to cast a secret, so I'm gonna hold on. Haranazi Broodmother, what is happening? I don't know what's happening. I'm scared. I have no idea what's happening. That's wild. Haranazi Broodmother in an actual factual Wild? That's nuts. That is kind of nuts, honestly. Alright, this finds us our Zephyrus, or our, probably looking like Yogg this game. This trades, so this is definitely when we play this. This is definitely when we make this attack. Freezing Trap. That's a pretty good answer to this bullshit, so. For the 5/5, so. I'll take that one. I'll play Master's Call. What card do we want the most? Actually, I'm going to take Stitch Tracker. so that we can generate extra copies of these busted cards. I think that matters a little bit more than just guaranteeing a Yogg or a Zephyrus. And I'm specifically not going to play this because I want them to attack my face so that this triggers. I don't want them to get value on my Stitch Tracker. So I'm just going to Bear Trap, and then I'll pass the turn back. Yep, get Freezing Trapped. And I think this Bear Trap trigger after hero was attacked. It was attacked. And there should have been an after. Right? There just like wasn't. Also, god damn it, we fucking Freezing Trap and they summoned something that's even more necessary to Freezing Trap. SMH, dude. I mean, we have to get Zephyrus and we have to Shadow Word Death this. It really isn't another option. Like, I mean, we could Secret Plan for Freezing Trap, but they have a 2/2, so they could play around it way too easily. So, like, this just has to be the line. Which means that we're not getting 2 Yoggs this game, and we're not getting... we could slug 2 Zephyruses, though. We kind of wanted 2 Yoggs, I think, against this, like, Cthulhu Demon Warlock deck. What in the fuck is that? We have to kill that. So, let's do that. Let's remove that from play. Dark Skies, sure, I don't care about this board. If that's what they're spending their time doing instead of adding to the board. Okay, the cool other tickets. Don't remove my Yogg and my Zul'jin. God damn it. Alright, we lost. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, guys. We lost. Yeah, whoopsie. Good job. Yeah, we had 3 10-drops. They removed all 3 of our 10-drops. The bottom 8 cards of our deck are Explosive Trap, Flare, Pressure Plate, Quick Shot, Zephyrus, Desert Spear, Eagle Hornbow, and Reno. Yeah. Feels bad, man. Feels bad, man. Yeah, I'm just gonna... There's no way we can beat whatever bullshit they got going on without Yogg and Zul'jin, and also this far behind in Fatigue. Like, you play Ticketus, you beat a slow deck. Good job. I hope you feel happy. Exodia Obliterate. Basically, yeah, that's basically what happened. They, I summoned Exodia on my deck. That's the collateral playing a slow deck like this. Because people play Ticketus so that they can have it in their hand when they're losing to Reno Priest. But whenever you play a deck like mine, that's just slow and slow, you just actually lose. They get to play their Ticketus in that matchup, so you lose. But it is what it is. Anyway, fun stream. I'll hit you up in Discord, Clint, so we can talk and shit. Anybody else that's here, thank you for watching. I don't think Elias is here anymore, but thanks so much. Probably gonna try and get a stream schedule out. Probably by Monday. Unsure. Looking to stream maybe 3-4 times a week. It just kind of depends. Making YouTube channels is better to try and grow the stream anyway, so not looking to try and stream every single day. But yeah, so that's the idea anyway. Have fun. Thanks for watching me dick around and actually win some games. Probably gonna turn some of those games into YouTube videos, but yeah. Have a good one.